Tonight's broadcast of Lowell Red Devil and Northwest Crossroads Conference football action on JED TV, RSN.com video, Facebook Live, and the Regional Radio Sports Network Incorporated is presented by the 12,000 Hoosier men and women with Laborers District Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are LIUNA. State Farm Insurance with locations across Northwest Indiana. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Ivy Tech Lake County with locations in Crown Point, East Chicago, and Gary, and online at ivytech.edu. Ivy Tech Community College, our communities, your college. U.S. Marines at 1-800-MARINES or on the web at marines.com. Engravables between Vale Park Road and Glendale on Calumet Avenue in Valparaiso. Horizon Bank with 8 branches in Porter and LaPorte counties. McCullough Implement Company providing the very best in farm, construction, and lawn equipment, machinery repair, and friendly service for over 80 years on West 181st Avenue in Lowell at mcagplus.com. State Farm agent Aaron Shirkey, your one-stop shop for service and surprisingly great insurance rates, with offices located in Lowell and Cedar Lake. Mi Ranchito Restaurant, located on West Commercial Avenue in Lowell. Langen Realty for for residential, commercial, farm investment, and building site realty services. George's, your pregame stop across from Lowell High School, open 7 days a week for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Donald J. Smith, CPA, the sharpest pencil in town for over the past 34 years on East Commercial Avenue in Lowell. Calbro Farms, a nursery and garden located on North Halleck Street in DeMotte. Qubit Networks, your technology advocate for security, communications, enterprising networks, and computer support. Powers Health Community Hospital is now Powers Health. Visit them at powershealth.com. Premier Insurance Group, a Lowell company by Lowell people. The 2024 Indiana Football Digest, coverage of all high school and college football across the state. Pick up your copy at indianafootballdigest.com. Property Management Incorporated, Northwest Indiana, the highest-ranked property management company in Northwest Indiana at pminwi.com. And Mayor Pete Land in the Crown Point Parks, Athletics, Communication, and Entertainment Departments on the web at crownpoint.in.gov. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, high school football is on the air, live from the Inferno in Lowell, Indiana. JED TV and the Regional Radio Sports Network excited to bring you Week 7 of the 2024 season with another region rivalry and the milk can game on the line. Your Lowell Red Devils host the Kankakee Valley Cougars in a Northwest Crossroads Conference matchup. Last week, the Red Devils had their homecoming spoiled by the Hobart Brickies here at the Inferno as the visitors walked out with a big win, 42-7, against the Winds of Helene. Down only 7 at the half, 14-7, Lowell kicked off to start the second half with their wins at their back and forced Hobart to punt on a 3-and-out into the win. The Bricks punt was down on the 19-yard line. That was the Hobart 19. Already in the red zone, Lowell was faced with a 4th and goal at the 13, and the purple and gold held. And with that stop, opened the floodgates for Hobart to score 28 unanswered to secure the win here at the Inferno. KV had the only Thursday night football game in the state last week, traveling to Culver Academy for the private school's homecoming. Unfortunately, with all the high school eyes on them, the Eagles made their return trip home a miserable one for the Cougars with a K, beating KV 35-28. The Cougars are led by their senior running back, Marco Castro, who, entering this game last season, had 704 yards coming into the milk can game. This season, he already has 1,153 through 6 games, almost 200 yards per game. Parity is in play tonight as both teams are 2-4 heading into the game. In the last 10 meetings, Lowell has dominated 8-2, with KV getting the milk can back in their first possession back into their position for the first time since 2014. KV hasn't won a game since August 30th. That was against 2A Wheeler, while Lowell got one of their 2 wins 2 weeks ago at Highland. At the end of this game, one team will be 3-4, will have a traveling trophy for the next 365 days, and feel a lot better about themselves. Who will it be? Todd Kibbe on the call tonight. Tony McHale with his stirring manipulations and color commentary on the horn as well. And we are delighted to have Ryan Matthews joining us. We thought he was going to be back here in the booth with us, but we had a last-minute cancellation, so he is bringing you the pretty pictures here tonight from the beautiful new Inferno. The T-Squad in the house, as we like to say. Settle in, sit back, listen up, and let's see what happens. Tony, the wins last week was something for sure. Both teams had to battle it equally, but at the half, it was a close game. Hobart up by 7, as I mentioned earlier, by the count of 14-7. Lowell with a golden opportunity that they could not convert in Bricky's territory in the red zone. And from then on, the Red Devils kind of look lost to me.
Yeah, Todd, still 10 mile-an-hour winds and 19 mile-an-hour gusts. So
yeah,
not all in all a quiet night. But, yeah, it was disappointing, and you could tell that coach was disappointed. You had 4th and 2 on the 13. Everything had gone as planned in the start of that third quarter. And then, no pun intended, something took the wind out of their sails. They just could not respond after that failed 4th down, and they allowed Hobart to score 3 touchdowns into the wind.
Right.
And you could tell, for whatever reason, the fight had just gone out of them. And it's going to be a challenge for this coaching staff tonight to get this team fired up again. It's another 50-50 game, right? It's very winnable. Obviously, KV has an amazing running back, our third great running back that we're going to see this season. And, you said stirring whatever. I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Stirring manipulation.
Right. We're looking at these two teams warm up. You can never tell a lot, but both teams were really loud as they ran onto the field, got in line for calisthenics.
Yep.
But how do they answer, right? KV is one-dimensional. Castro runs 55% of their plays.
Right.
70% of their plays are running plays. Arroyo is not the dueliest, threadiest quarterback that we've seen all season, but he will pull the ball down and run.
Yep.
The film we've seen, this offensive line is really good. I'm really interested to see what the linebackers do tonight, because when we watched Culver a little bit last week, it seemed like their linebackers got bunched in the middle between the hashes and leaving Castro the ability to run off tackle to pick up his yardage there. So I want to see how the Lowell defense adjusts to that. And then what can they do in offense? I mean, we say that KV runs 70% of the time in their plays. Lowell's at about 85%, Todd.
Right.
And that's been a struggle all year, just because they're running against 9-man boxes, and it's hard to do. Caden Thompson is a really good running back. He's had some really good games, but then you get a game like last week where Lowell as a team had only had double-digit rushing yards. So something's got to change. Last week we saw Culver come out. Or we saw KV come out against Culver, and they threw the ball on 7 of their first, 10 plays. So what's going to happen tonight? I think the game's going to go fast. I think it's going to be a game where both teams run a lot. The wind shouldn't be a factor, depending, which side of the field you pick. But, cliche time, cliche 101, who wants it more? And I really don't know the answer to that question. It's really hard. Look, it's really hard to play football when you're 2-4, especially for KV. KV came out 2-0 and thought that this was a team that could go far, and it hasn't worked. It hasn't worked out that way as they've gotten into conference play. So both teams have a lot to play for, right? You still have 2 games after tonight. You have your playoff game. You want to go deep into the playoffs. So tonight's another jumping off point, right? What happened previous to this doesn't matter. But, we're talking about 17 and 18-year-old kids. Can they put it out of their minds? Can their feet or can their brain be where their feet are? That's the challenge, right? Plays are going to happen. Castro is going to knock off a 30-yard run. Can the defense get back up, get into play, and not let them get back-to-back 30-yard runs?
You got a truly familiar face that leads the Cougars. That's Kirk Kennedy in his 3rd campaign after spending 16 seasons here with the Red Devils has, as you said, had a great start, but KV has not seen the win column since August. Okay, so they went the entire month of September, 4 straight losses. And on Tuesday, the 1st, this past Tuesday, deer season's archery season's open. But it's the milk can game. Will that be enough motivation, to try to keep it for the second year, which would be the first for KV, and to have that milk can south of the river again for another 2 years or another year? I
don't know. I wish I knew. This is bad analysis, but this Lowell team has been good offense one game, bad offense, good defense, bad defense. I mean, Highland, they finally put it back together. We expected last week to be different, and it kind of was in the first half. And I don't know that the coaching staff, I don't know that anybody can explain what happened in the second half.
Yeah, and then, we're talking to TJ Lukasik, the defensive coordinator. He's like, we're coaching them up as best we can. We're giving them the direction that they need, and it's got to happen out on the field. It's got to happen between the white lines. So we will see. Coach Kilmer was beside himself last week. I mean, as we left, it was about 9:15. He was sitting on the end of the bench at about the 40-yard line, which is kind of where you see it on your screen there. I'll take clear this. Just on the sidelines, just kind of pondering things. After he talked to the squad, said 4th and 2 at the 13, a game-changing, career-changing moment, and then he just kind of sat there. And I think he sat there until Mike Magley said, "Coach."
I mean, we talk about this a lot, Todd. That if you're lucky, you have about 36 high school football games.
Yeah.
Most kids have 22.
Yeah.
Right? You have 22 high school football games. And for some kids, it's cool, right? They're out here for an activity, and I'm not saying they're not trying hard, but there's something about football that's different than other sports, that it does take 11 guys on the field on offense and 11 guys on the field on defense to make this happen. And if 2 or 3 aren't focused on the game, then you're going to have the result that's the second half last week. And it's hard. I get it, right? Oh, yeah. These kids have been out there in pads since August 1st. They were, they probably got from November to the start of the new year off last year, and then they're back in the weight room, and then they're doing spring conditioning and spring football, and then they get a couple weeks off, and they're back in pads. Dude, this is hard, man. I get it. And it's who's going to answer tonight, right? This is a sport you can't go out and just do because it looks like fun. And we've kind of how it feels right now. There's 17 and 18-year-old kids, but there's a passion lacking, a fire that's not present. And I don't want to be unfair to anybody, but tonight, X's and O's only go so far, right? This is a good coaching staff. KV has a good coaching staff. There's talent on both sides of the team. Who's gonna want it more? And that's, I don't know that anybody in this stadium has the answer to that question.
Hopefully that will present itself tonight as we will get ready for the annual Milk Can game. Kankakee Valley here at the Inferno, the last home regular season game at the Inferno. We're on the road for the next 2 weeks at Munster and at Andrean to cap off the regular season. On Sunday, this Sunday, I believe, the coach and birthday boy, tomorrow, happy early birthday, Paul Condrey, number 68, will be on with Bob Lovell for the 52nd annual selection show. That will go on Sunday. So as of Sunday evening, all teams across the state will know exactly where they're going to be playing next as they start the semifinal action in sectional play in 3 weeks. But our pregame's going to roll on here. We're going to take a brief time out, and we'll come back with Cooches with the Coach, our segment as we chat with Coach Kilmer right after these messages.
Is anybody going to the game Friday night?
If you're having a bad day because of bad coverage, call Premier Group, or we'll block you from disaster.
Blue 42! Premier Group! Premier Group! Hut! Hut!
The Premier Insurance Group, Auto, Home, Business, Life. Jim Langen, owner, 829 East Commercial Avenue in Lowell, Indiana. Call them at 219-695-3031 or email them at jlangen@premiergrpins.com.
Introducing Powers Health, a health system with a new name and a strong legacy of caring for families in our community. One with a tradition of advanced specialized services and a vision for the future. One with a commitment to medical excellence and compassionate care. Everything we do, everything we believe, Powers Health.
Develop quality citizens who keep our core, our country, and our communities side by side on the winning side. Not for glory, but for honor. For a code that isn't written or spoken, but lived. It's what we do. It's who we are. It's the battle cry of our fighting spirit. Battles won. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
Last one.
This is the end of a Horizon Bank commercial. Why show the end of our commercial at the beginning of our commercial? We think you'll find Horizon does a lot of things differently than other banks. Horizon Bank. Get a conversation started.
Welcome back, Todd Kibbe. Ryan Matthews above us here on top of the press box here at the Inferno. Tony McHale left. I don't know where the hell he went. Oh, excuse me, where the heck he went. But I got Monty Lobb back. Monty Lobb, who's been doing broadcast. We're doing an exchange, ladies and gentlemen. We got two crews here tonight. We got the KV crew. We got the Red Devil crew. I've got the pleasure to have Monty Lobb. Hello, Monty.
Todd, great to be back with you.
Great to have you, my friend.
Yes.
Monty is the same age as my daughter, which puts me in a very strange category that I'm really, really old. But Monty started with us a couple years ago. He's moved up in the ranks at Regional Radio Sports Network and Jed TV, and he's been working with Vince, who's, I think, in his pastime, a technician for NASA because of all the setup that you guys have over there. But how's your season been going? Outside the fact that you're in the same spot at 2-4 as we are with the Red Devils.
Yeah, we're in the same spot, Todd. It's been a bit of a rough go. Started off bright, 2-0 out of the gates, and then now we've dropped 4 in a row. Culver last week had the ball on the 7-yard line late in the game, opportunity to take the lead and win it. Just couldn't get enough time in the pocket to deliver a pass, and there you go. Another one falls away, 2-4, just like you guys. But obviously the record not where you want to be, but always a pleasure to be with Vince, this KV squad, the family over there. It takes care of you. It's a great place to be.
It's funny because we were in a similar spot last week with Hobart with a ball. I mean, you guys fought the wins, probably not as much as we saw on Friday. You had that Thursday night game. But Friday, after battling and losing the first half battle because they had the win in their faces, Lowell was only down by 7. They had to kick off to start the second half, forced Hobart in a 3-and-out, which was great. They had to punt into the wind. It was a very short punt. It only got to their own 19-yard line. So you have the ball 1st and 10 at the opponent's 19-yard line and 4 shots at it. 3 plays later, it was 4th and 2 at the 13, and they couldn't get it done. And then after that, 28 unanswered. So, we're having that type of season.
Yeah.
A couple of breaks here, a couple of changed plays there. We'd see it a lot. Maybe it'd be a little bit different, but what I think we've got is equity out on the field here tonight. We'll talk of all that, but I want to know about you. So you're in your final not your final semester, but nearing your final semester.
Yep.
And how have things been going at Olivet Nazarene University?
Yep.
And how are you doing? What are you going to be doing?
Yeah, things are going well. Obviously, I've had the gig here with RSN for a few years. I'm the sports director of our school radio station as well, so all Olivet sports content I'm in charge of over there. We've got a sports podcast breaking down all of our ONU athletics, comes out every week. I'm writing now for a group called the Right Way Sports Network, doing some articles and content with them. So just kind of broadening my horizon here in the sports media game and seeing where we go.
So we're going to get to say we knew you win, right?
I hope so.
You, Ryan, all these young kids up there. It's like maybe I can remember that at some point.
That's right.
When you guys are breaking through. But congratulations, good luck. Enjoy the game, enjoy the broadcast. Have a great one over there with Mr. Gadget over there.
Yes.
And we'll talk to you after the game.
Thank you very much, Todd. It all started with you at East Chicago. It's my first game, so I appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Have you anytime.
Thank you.
All right, now we'll hear from Coach Kilmer and his thoughts on tonight's action. Welcome to Q's with the Coach, where we spend a little time with the Red Devil head coach, Coach Keith Kilmer, before each game of the 2024 season. Coach, rough second half last week. After settling down and getting within a touchdown of Hobart by the half, your D forced a 3-and-out to start the second, and the punt into the wind ended up being down at the 19 of the Brickies. Can you take us what happened there through that series and kind of what was going on?
Well, we came out in the second. We started out the game. We didn't really start playing until about halfway through the second quarter, and we started battling. We talked all week about playing championship football, and our kids showed it, and they showed they can play at that level. We did exactly what we wanted in the second half. Got a third and out, got the ball with great field position, get into a 4th and 2 situation and fumble the ball. And the disappointing thing after that is the wheels fell off. And, the kids didn't respond to adversity, so that's been our focus all week. It's fellas, in championship football, you're going to have to have adversity. You're going to have to play through it, and we're going to have to find a way to do that tonight.
Yeah, I would assume after a loss like that, you got to get back to the basics within all three phases, offensively, defensively, and special teams. Yeah, what was the energy like with the team this week coming off that loss?
Well, they all showed up Saturday morning, so that's a plus. And they know. I mean, it's not that they don't want to try and give their best. It's not. They're just right now they're getting in their own way. So that's what we focused on this week. Simplify things, come off the ball, try and play a little bit more physical and see what can happen.
Milk can game tonight, senior night as well. Lowell has a commanding lead in this series dating back to the 94. Over the past 30 years, it's been 25-3 wins for the Red Devils. To win the can back, is that additional motivation for the guys tonight, and also being senior night?
I mean, it's conference is pretty much out of the business. We can play spoiler with a few teams, but this is just one of those check marks that you have on the wall that you want to accomplish, by the end of the season. So, coming out and being able to hoist that can up on our sidelines is definitely extra motivation.
Extra motivation, and also you've got a gentleman on the other side of the coach on the other side of the field who's had some time here as well. I'm sure the two of you had an opportunity, Coach Kirk Kennedy, who had an opportunity to speak this week. Give us your thoughts on Coach Kennedy and what he did for you, before you became the head coach.
I mean, I love the man, and he loves me, and we call each other brothers, and it makes it a little tough to coach a little bit against one another, but it's just a game. It's 7 o'clock. It's, you're a foe, and you want to kick his butt, but, afterwards you'll give him a hug, tell him you love him, and then move on.
Well, Coach, as we always do, we like to wrap things up, get into three, your keys to tonight's game. What do you think it's going to take to beat this Kankakee Valley Cougar squad?
Well, one of these teams is going to have to establish dominance of the offense and defensive line, and then whichever team is willing to do that is going to be the team that wins. And, right now, we got to find a way to do that. And if we can do that, we got a chance. We got to play good special teams. You got to play physical. Castro's pretty good. We're going to have to tackle. We're going to have to gang tackle, and we're going to have to make them earn it a different way.
Looking for that first victory here on the new field. Let's bring it home tonight.
We're going to give it our shot. You guys have fun up there tonight.
Always great to talk to Coach. Got to talk to Coach and Coach. Spent a little time with Kirk Kennedy. And again, that's, my time goes back even to the Kennedy years. So that was good to catch up with Coach Kirk Kennedy and see these two gentlemen that really do care about one another and put a great product out on the field, and they will do that again here tonight. So let's take another time out. We'll come back, get ready to talk about some starting lineups. How's that sound? Right after these messages on the Regional Radio Sports Network, Jed TV, rsn.com, and Facebook Live.
State Farm Insurance asks, what if you're walking out to your car and it's been mashed by a runaway garbage truck? Having a State Farm agent means having a real person to help you when things go wrong. So when accidents happen, you've got someone you know who will be there when you need them. State Farm agent Greg Taylor is at 794 McCool Road in Valparaiso. Call Greg at 219-762-4911. Connie Bernardi, 1072 Joliet Street, U.S. Highway 30 in Dyer, 322-9959.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
We build Indiana. The Laborers International Union of North America are men and women building roads and bridges to get Hoosiers where they're going today and a new energy infrastructure that will keep Indiana competitive tomorrow. LIUNA's over 12,000 statewide members also grow local economies, earning good union wages, shopping where they live and work, and paying taxes. We build Indiana for good jobs and stronger communities. The Laborers International Union of North America. We are LIUNA.
Get a great deal on making the most of every property with Kubota commercial landscape equipment. From mowers to track loaders to utility vehicles, it's a lineup built to uphold your reputation. Right now, bring home the Kubota Z700 mower for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months. Now through September 30th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for more details.
Welcome back. Tony McHale, Ryan Matthews, along with me, Todd Kibbe, here in the spacious new confines of the press box here at the Inferno on the campus of Lowell High School. It's starting to get very colorful around here, Tony. Not only are the trees starting to somewhat make that fall change, as you said, I think fall shifted about a month, but the football field is done. Behind us is the new soccer stadium, for soccer field for the Red Devils. Across on the east side, you've got the new softball field for the girls softball team right behind the stands where the Kankakee Valley Cougars are on the far sideline. And then to our northeast, past the parking lot off to the left, you're going to see where the new baseball field is, and it all is in green, black, and maroon, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, Todd, I think it's 63 degrees tonight at kickoff. It's the first game all season I might not cramp up.
I think so. I mean, we were talking about that. Coming down here, it might have been through week 7, where every kickoff was at least 70 degrees. That's crazy. We're into October. It's the 4th of October already, but here we are. It's a little bit cooler, helpful for all parties involved, including my partner here, so he doesn't cramp up. Band coming out onto the field.
A lot of liquids today, Todd.
A lot of liquids today. That's good. Good thing the restrooms are close, too. KV has come out onto the field as well. They're on the far sideline. They are in their traveling whites, white and red. Cougars across the front. Cougars with a K. Cougar emblem on the left and right side. And the helmets white, adorned in gray and black. This is the band where it makes their way onto the field. The Red Devils, there you see them in their traditional black uniforms. Black hats, black jerseys, black pants, white numbers, and outline trimmed in maroon and white. I think we are about ready for our...
I think they did. Didn't they do the fight song last week first?
They did do the fight song.
Run through. So I was trying to find it, Todd, and I'll find it for next week. Coach Holtz, who I adore, and he was never my coach, but he started the same year I started at Notre Dame. He had a thing, and I can't find it, but it was a 4-step process about learning to win. And it's not enough to think you can win. You get to a point where you know you can win. Mm-hmm. And I think the more I think about last week and listening to coaches talk before the game is they played really well in a bunch of halves. Mm-hmm. But I don't think this young team believes they can win, right? And it's not good enough to have the talent. You have to. There's a mindset you have to have, and I think that's what some of these younger guys like Tim James and Cam Haslett getting up here and playing now is going to help in the next couple of years. Is they're going to be able to go to their classmates and some of the younger kids as they become upperclassmen, and teach them how to win, right? It's not enough to know the plays and do it. There's something you got to find that's just we know we're going to win this football game when we're not going to let us lose.
I think it's time for the national anthem.
It's our fight song.
Fight song first. The officiating crew for tonight's game: Trent Johnson's the crew chief, Dave Mecklenburg, Kurt Klume, Mike DeBoy, and Bob Pressler.
Hey, Red Devil fans, the big game is tonight, but before you cheer on Lowell High, why not fuel up at George's? Just across the street from the school, George's is the perfect spot to grab a delicious family meal before heading to the stadium. Whether you're craving a juicy burger, fresh salads, or something sweet, George's has you covered. So come on over, bring your friends and family, let's kick off game night with great food and even better company. Remember, supporting George's is supporting your local community. See you there.
See you there. And hey there. Did you know that PMI NWI is the highest ranked property management company in Northwest Indiana? Whether you own one property or multiple, we're here to make your life easier. No contracts required. Let PMI Incorporated handle the headaches while you enjoy your investment. Visit us at PMINWI.com or call us at 219-318-1244, and let's see how we can help you get the most out of your properties. Oh, and don't forget to check our Google reviews. Fight song going on here. Good crowd coming in tonight. Pretty good crowd coming in from the good folks on the coming from south
of the river.
Yeah, so we will.
I think they're still working on their pregame here, Todd, with the new scoreboard and everything. I think they have to tighten this up a little bit. You got to practice everything, right?
That's right. Practice makes it, because it's 7 o'clock right now, and normally kickoff, but we're right now at the national anthem. Nicely done by the Lowell Marching Band as the Red Devil football team making their way through the tunnel here momentarily. Here they come. Friday Night Football. Man, that get any better than this.
It's great. It's going so fast, Todd. Week 7 already.
Do you believe that?
No, I do not.
That is just nuts. It's October. It is as you said, 63 degrees. Just a perfect night for football. No, we haven't had any inclement weather.
No, we have not. There's some teams that have played 3 Saturday games.
Exactly. We have been very fortunate all season to have missed all that nonsense. But also, I wanted to say, this is Happy Birthday Eve to you-know-who.
October 5th, I don't know who.
Paul Condry.
Oh, the boss, the big man.
The boss.
Nice.
That boss.
What are we doing tomorrow with him?
I don't know. I
getting
think
cupcakes?
I think there's a cake involved and some candles and all kinds of things.
Oh, Todd, they're going to go do the fake hand toss. I'm going to tell you about the Lowell offensive starters.
Tell us about the offensive starters.
I think the key to tonight, once again, is going to be this offensive line. If they can dominate, Lowell's going to win this football game. Right to left, number 50, right tackle Levi Snoop, 6'3", 243, and a senior. Matt Kawana wears number 78. He's 5'8", 230, and a senior. junior. The big man in the middle is number 57, Dylan Snade, 5'11", 264, only a junior. Mason Brooker wears 79, 6'1", 250 pounds, and a senior. Zach Sanfratello wears 55. He's the left tackle. He's 5'11" and 215. The man who makes it happen is number 9, Brody Klawinski, 6'1", 179, and a junior. His running mate in the backfield is Caden Thompson, number 16. He is 6'1", 170 pounds, and only a senior. The lights are out. The man who has really come up the last couple weeks is number 30, Zach Sharkey, 5'11", 180 pounds, and a junior. Out wide, Max Arredondo. He wears number 7, is a junior, 5'8", 162 pounds. Roan Vasco, who's played both ways the last couple weeks, 6', 175, and a junior. And number 8, Bo Eisen, also going both ways, 5'10", 160 pounds. Part of this youth movement, Todd, only a sophomore.
Lowell won the toss. They deferred until the second half, so KV's going to get the ball to get things started here in the first. I looked through I did some little ciphering there, Tony. These two men have coached, I want to say, at least 25, maybe 30% of football for this school since they started playing football.
That's crazy. I mean, since they've been playing football for 100 and how many years?
Well, I was trying to remember how many years we were at with the leather helmet game, like 115. So it may be more like 25%. But Coach Kennedy was here from 94 to 2009. That's 16 seasons. Coach Kilmer took over in 2010. We're in 2024. We're on season 15. That's 31 total between the two of them. That is just some longevity that you don't see a whole lot of anymore.
And at a super high level.
Super high level. I mean, Kennedy got 9 sectionals, 6 regionals, 3 semi-states, and a state title. Kilmer's got 6 sectionals, 2 regionals, a semi-state, and still looking for that first win down in Indianapolis for his Red Devils. But here we are, ready to go.
I like this call, Todd. Putting the defense on the field first, letting KV know you mean business, and trying to put Mr. Castro and Mr. Arroyo. That's going to be a tough one all night.
Easy for you to say.
Woo! Put them in a position where they're going to have to throw the football and not get into a third and short situation.
Well, Dylan Bisacci has it teed up the 40-yard line. Back deep for KV, I think we're going to go with Adrian Eichmann, because that's the way that Vince has been calling it. And it's going to go to the other guy, that's Nolan Kustra. Actually, it's not going to go to anybody because it bounces out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 for KV at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, it would be real nice, Todd, if everybody like Mr. Eichmann wore pink spats on their shoes and, different color, just bring different tape so you could tell who they were without having to see their numbers. But the red numbers on the white jerseys look really nice.
They sure do. 1st and 10 for the Cougars with a K. I won't do that anymore, but I have to do that now.
So they came out throwing last week against Culver, Todd, so I'll be interested to see what happens tonight. They're going into this 10-mile-an-hour breeze. Are they going to let Marco Castro try and take over this football game, or are they going to change it up on Lowell?
They're going to start in the shotgun with Diego Arroyo, looking to send Grayley Weaver in motion. They fake the handoff to Weaver, and they go straight to Castro. Castro barrels ahead for about 3 or 4 yards. Coming up at the bottom of that is number 46, Matt Gangswich. Good tackle by the outside linebacker. We called his number a lot last week, 6'2", 200-pound junior.
And I like it, Todd, so far. Great setting the edge on that first play. That's what we saw against Culver. Culver's linebackers kind of bunched up in the middle, left the wings and the edges wide open. So Lowell coming out with 3 linebackers right now, but walking the safety up to 8 yards of the line of scrimmage.
2nd down and 7. Castro again tries the left side this time. You got Aiden Wogelmuth there, along with Tim James. They're going to spot it at about the 40, call it the 41. So it's going to be, this whole drive started at 35, not the 30. Excuse me. The ball now is 3rd down and 4 at the 41-yard line.
So great coverage so far. I love the way the Red Devils are running to the football. Multiple guys on the tackle, not trying to bring down the 6'1", 210-pound Castro with one guy.
Brendan Wally now is at the numbers on the top of your screen. Shotgun again for Arroyo. Arroyo looking that way. Here comes the pressure underneath. Nice job by number 7, stepping right in front of it. That was Max Arredondo. He was looking for his second INT, but it falls incomplete. So that's going to bring up a 4th down and a punting situation for the Red Dog.
Todd, Cougars super lucky that didn't go back for only 2 receivers in the route, and Arroyo stared down the receiver that he wanted. Arredondo broke on that ball and just couldn't get that second hand up because he was looking at nothing but green space.
Arredondo and Gutierrez are back deep. Diego Arroyo is also the punter, averages about 33.5 yards of kick. That one goes up, gets knocked down by the wind, bounces at the 37, and the flag flies in. So
I think it was just a beanbag, fortunately.
Oh, okay.
Looking to lead with purpose? Rooted Influence by Ryan Lutz is the game changer you've been waiting for. Dive into the gripping story of a football coach determined to prove his doubters wrong and a former quarterback struggling to reclaim his life. Together, they discover the true essence of leadership. Rooted Influence, a journey of resilience, redemption, and finding the root of lasting leadership. Whether you're on the field or off, this book will inspire you to lead with impact. Get your copy today. Available on Amazon or go to RyanSpencerLutz.com for more information.
Sharkey and Arredondo at the top of the screen. Verone Vasco at the bottom. Adrian Wogelmuth, who's back in. Good to see. It's going to be Brody Kowinski calling his own number. He's going to get a couple of yards close to the 40-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 8 on the dive off the left side.
So this game could go quick, Todd.
Yeah, it could.
If they just get up there and run.
It's going to be on the back of Snope, Kawana, Cindy, Brooker, and Sanfratello for sure. Because that's exactly what Coach said. It's going to be the offensive and defensive lines are going to make the difference in this ball game. Early on, under just 9 or 10 minutes to go here in the first. There's the handoff. Goes to, Colton Scott fumbles the ball. It's going to be KV football. Colton Scott had a nice run, tackled by Adrian Fuqua. But that's going to be the first turnover. Wait, there's a whistle. Is there a...
Was he down?
Was he down?
Looking at the line judge, looking at the side judge.
And
this is going to stay with Lowell, Todd.
Decision. It might, because there's no movement on either side. Colton Scott I think that was about his longest carry. He's at a carry of 9. Looks like it will.
A pre-snap whistle? No, KV ball.
KV football. They had the discussion about it. So Colton Scott loses the ball. And KV gets the first break. 9:48 remaining here in the first. And
wow.
After 2 plays, it's back to KV.
Just not what you needed tonight. You're talking about trying to play a perfect football game, at least by your own definition. You had a nice run, and then you put the ball on the carpet.
So we're going to flip that scorecard once again. Now a little bit of extra help in the backfield. Nolan Kustra is to the right. Diego Arroyo takes the snap. They hand it to Marco Castro. Castro hits the hole hard, getting the bush or the tush push. They're going to give him all the way to the 43-yard line. I think it was the center, Mason Kitchen, who came back in there. Yep, 6 foot, 235 pounds. Got a little extra push and help.
Todd, they let that play go a long time.
Yeah, they've been doing that. I've noticed that not only at this level, but all levels.
Well, you would think at this level they would stop it a little
Whistle
bit.
It, exactly.
But great running to the ball, great everybody in on a tackle. That has to maintain.
Gain of 3 on the play, 2nd down and 7 at the 43. Kuster comes in motion, now sets up as the H-back on the right side. There's the handoff to Castro. He comes back to the left side. Nice job by the defense and nothing doing. Adrian Wogelmuth, Tom McNorton, and Timothy James, all with the stop back at the 44-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd down and 8 coming up.
So they actually lost a yard on that, Todd. Just great pursuit. Right now, I love the way that the line is keeping their leverage. The linebackers flowing to the football, all as one group.
I wonder if big number 99 is having an impact on there. Cam Haslett. He's now on the right side. Over tackle. There comes Arroyo. Sheds one tackler. Bounces it outside around Arredondo looking for first down turf. He's not going to get it. Driven out of bounds there on the far sideline by Gangswitch. going to be shy of a first down, but I bet
they're gonna go for it here, Todd.
They're going to spot it at the 39-yard line.
But a great job by Lowell. I know he picked up 6 yards. Great job by Lowell not flowing. Everybody stayed home. No hero football on that. Right. Not everybody followed Castro. The backside of the play was there, stretched it out all the way to the sideline.
Important down here. 4th and 3 at the 39-yard line. Heavy to the left side. Castro mishandles goes to the wrong way. Arroyo does a nice job of getting something out of nothing and picks up a very important first down for KV. He was looking to hand the ball off to the left side. Castro was on the right side. Busted play, gets a first down.
That could have been a disaster for them, Todd, but great presence of mind. Arroyo's not afraid to run the football. We saw it last week. He would pull it out, call his own name.
Averages almost 2.5 yards a carry.
47 rushes, 112 yards.
Shotgun formation again. This time it's going back to Castro. Castro puts the hand on the back of his offensive lineman and gets a push across the 30-yard line. Bottom of that pile is big number 71, Steve Lenardi.
So, Todd, we've already seen Larry Ellison of Crown Point and Caden Verrett of Hanover Central.
Yep.
You get the same sense with Castro is he's going to pick up 2 yards, and he's just waiting to bust one.
Right.
That's why it's important to bring everybody to tackle. You don't want to get him stopped up in the middle, allow him to pop out to the outside. And
Castro's the biggest one, the largest one that we've seen of those three. There he goes, gets a full head of steam, makes the second man miss. Haslett wraps him up. But it's a first down for KV to the 23-yard line of the Red Devils.
I think that's going to be the key all game long is you have to hit him at the line of scrimmage. He's a long strider. If you let him get any sort of momentum, it's going to be a 6 or 7 yard pickup at a minimum.
185 rushes on the season, over 1,100 yards already. 6:45 remaining here in the first and 10 at the 28 of the Red Devils. Here comes Kustra. He gets his first rush of the night into the red zone of the Red Devils. Timothy James with the tackle at about the 18-yard line, so it's going to be a gain of 5. They just keep clipping off, T.
Right, I mean, that's the problem. It's the Woody Hayes theory of football. You get 4 yards a carry, you get a first down.
That's right. They got 5 that time. It's 2nd down and 5 at the 18.
I'll let you explain to all the youngsters who Woody Hayes is.
Well, the gentlemen, sit back. Let's get to the fireside. Arroyo asks for the ball, gets it. Counter to Castro, bounces out the right side. Oh, no, he doesn't. Excuse me.
There you go.
Cam Haslett, give him a
great fake.
Sack. Had me gone.
I was with you. I was like,
I'm watching Castro go off to the right side thinking he's going to go for pay dirt. And no, Cam Haslett's watched the ball and not what I did.
Ended up being a 6-yard loss. Arroyo on the trick. I don't even know if it's a trick play, but on the zone read, kept the ball. But this is what I like so far about this Lowell defense is they're staying home. Everybody's playing.
That's what they haven't been doing.
Their role.
And I think they're keying off the offensive lineman. Aiden Wogelmuth is a huge push to get back into the game. He was out last week. So having him back in there is a huge benefit. The timeout's going to be called. We'll keep it here. Timeout by KV.
The 2024 Indiana Football Digest contains stories and pictures on over 320 high school teams and more than 20 college programs in the state. The 400-page publication breaks down the top players and teams to watch this fall, along with special features and human interest stories. The IFD is available online at www.indianafootballdigest.com.
Hey, Calbro Farms is a complete produce market with seasonal items like sweet corn, watermelon, and cantaloupe. They are located at 17011 Wicker Avenue in Lowell and at 1308 North Halleck Street in DeMont. Calbro Farms is open 9 to 5 Monday through Friday and 9 to 6 Monday through Friday and 9 to 5 on Saturdays. For more information, give them a look on Facebook, Calbro Farms.
They got those pumpkins yet, Todd?
Yes, sir, they sure do. It's getting... I had the pumpkin spice the other day. Woo. And you know there's no such thing as pumpkin spice. It's like all spice.
I do. Pumpkin doesn't taste like anything.
Yeah, it doesn't taste like anything.
9th play of this drive, Todd.
Yeah, no kidding. 3rd down and 11 back at the 24-yard line after that 6-yard loss on the confusion play that had me all confused. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Ball in the near hash. They send Eichmann in motion. He gets the pitch, cuts it back, looking for first down yardage. Not going to have it to the 21. Picked up 3. It's going to be 4th and 8. At the 21, I wouldn't see why they wouldn't keep your offense on here as well, and that's exactly what Kennedy's going to do.
Todd, I really love the way this defense is playing right now. Everybody flowed to the ball, but you had somebody there for the cutback. So what in past weeks would have been a big gainer, this week went for 3 yards.
So now, the second fourth down of this drive, 4:46 on the clock, 10 on the play clock, 3 receivers to the bottom of the screen. They finally move. Cam Crago gets over there. Looking that way is Arroyo going deep into the end zone. He's got Weaver in the end zone, incomplete. He tried to out-jump Max Arredondo, but he couldn't reel it in. Falls to the turf, incomplete. Ball goes over on downs. Red Devil ball.
So the turnover didn't result in any points, Todd, but that was a 22-yard drive that took almost 5.5 minutes. So this running of the football, we're going to be out of here in time for our dinner reservation tonight.
I think we might over at George's. So, or maybe Mi Ranchito. I don't know.
Or both. Why are you limiting me?
Why exactly? 1st and 10. Ball rests at the 21-yard line for the Red Devils. Let's see if they can get more than 2 plays out of this drive.
Colton Scott back in the backfield. Sorry.
Colton Scott in the backfield. Fake the handoff. Go left. Look into the flying Rowan Vasco. Just past the outstretched arms. Incomplete. He had the step on Adrian Eichmann. Now, I like the aggressive nature of that call.
I like the play. Good ball. Just maybe a step too far for Vasco. But I like you got to loosen up this defense a little bit. And they clearly weren't expecting. You had 1-on-1 coverage and good protection from that offensive line.
Colton Scott's got that breakaway speed that we have not seen yet this season. He's in the backfield. There's the fake handoff to him. They go with Kowinski. Kowinski gets a bit of a push himself up to the 26-yard line. So a gain of 5. So it'll bring up a 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, so Todd, that'll be something to watch. Grayley Weaver, the leading tackler for these Cougars, 6'1", 195 pounds. Clearly that was a design play. They let him go unblocked. Colton Scott, though, looked like he was running for his life.
Maybe it's 3rd down and 6.
I'll give you 5.
Okay.
It started on the 21. It's on the 26.
All right. I'll do that.
I'm with you.
We'll keep it there. So it's 3rd down, 5 or 6. 3:45 remaining here in the first. There's the fake. Kowinski, the left-hander's got a man wide open. Arredondo hits Eichmann in the back.
Eichmann didn't even know it was coming. Just the ball was a little bit underthrown. Both Arredondo and Sharkey were open early. Yeah. Ball just came out a little bit late.
I like the aggressive play calling, though, for sure. You know, who we haven't seen yet is Caden Thompson. So into punt.
Well, Todd, it was weird. He was on that kickoff or on that punt right when I thought the flag came out. Yep. He was on that punt, but he hasn't been in the game as a running back yet.
Dylan Bisacci, nearly 40 yards, a punt. Eichmann is back deep. Nice punt. Eichmann mishandles it, rolls back past the 30-yard line. He's got a fall on it, and right there to make sure he goes no further is Rowan Vasco. So the Red Devils flip the field with the punt, mishandled reception by Eichmann, and all the way back to the about the 23-yard line.
In the market to buy or sell a home in Northwest Indiana? Look no further than Scott Miller Realtor. Scott Miller is a 5-star rated broker with numerous awards and accolades, such as a top 1% of all teams within Berkshire Hathaway nationally and the Pursue Realty Group's top producing agent. Scott Miller, who was born and raised in Northwest Indiana, is a family man and philanthropist. If you want results, call Scott Miller at 219-263-3039 or visit his website at listandbuywithscottmiller.com. You know what time it is. It's Scott Miller time. Lowell takes a timeout.
Yeah, the Red Devils had to burn a timeout because they didn't have the right defensive personnel on the field. They were going to get flagged for too many men on the field. So before they did that, called the timeout, which lets us tell you about our good friend John J. Smith. 1203 East Commercial Avenue in Lowell has been servicing the tax and accounting needs of his clients for the past 34 years. You can reach the sharpest pencil in town at 219-696-1040 or on the web at donaldsmithcpa.com.
So, yeah, nice 39-yard punt, and then you picked up about another 12 or 13 yards because of the mishandle. So after the fumble, this field has been flipped back. So let's see what the Red Devils can do. So far, 11 carries for KV, but only 31 yards.
Yeah, the Red Devils haven't had much. They've only had 2 plays offensively in the first drive and the fumble by Scott. And then they went 3 and out. So offense not there yet. It's 3:28 remaining here in the first frame. 3 receivers deployed for KV. Arroyo takes a snap, rolls to his left. Here comes the pressure from Perez. Arroyo back to the right side, giving chase is McNorton. He pushes him out of bounds at about the 22-yard line.
Great
27-yard line.
Great coverage by the Lowell defensive backs. Arroyo was just able to break contain all the way to the opposite field. Fortunately, only picked up about 5 yards.
I tell you, Juan Perez has played he's had a great season. He started as the backup to that right defensive tackle spot, and he has earned his way in there. And he's had 2 sacks, a forced fumble, 7 solos, 4 tackles for losses. Keep doing what you're doing, young man. So now, ball on the far hash, 2 receivers to the left side. Looking that way, going underneath, looking for Grayley Weaver. Incomplete, just past the outstretched arms of the senior. Timothy James giving cover. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 6.
It's an interesting game plan, Todd, so far. You have one of the best running backs in the region, and you haven't used him on this play deep in your territory. You know, you had 2 designed passing plays. Now you're going to end up with what I imagine is a 3rd passing play.
So at the bottom of the screen is Brevin Watley. There's Arroyo looking right, going underneath. Little screen pass. He's got a man underneath, close to first down territory. With the catch was Jaden Anderson.
99, Todd. 99 with the tackle.
With the
body slam.
No kidding. Ball rests at about the 31-yard line. It's going to be 4th and 2.
They're going to go for it, Todd.
Wow.
Maybe not.
30. That's at the 30. I think that's a little.
But, I mean, little screen play. Hazlitt didn't buy into the rush. Only freshman. Great instinct there. Came back, grabbed the receiver by the back of his pants, picked him up, and threw him to the ground.
It's a wrestler for you. Snap back to Arroyo. Puts a foot into it. Arredondo gets away from it. It bounces at the 41 and rolls all the way back to the 27-yard line. 2:20 remaining here in the first. Red Devils get their 3rd offensive possession here in the first frame with 2:20 left.
When it comes to your technological needs, Cuban Networks cares about your quality of experience. Located at 103 Polk Street in LaPorte, Cuban Networks wants to build client relationships that withstand the test of time and changing technology. You can buy technology from anywhere, but Cuban Networks' dedication to making your purchase a great one is the difference you have been looking for. Give them a call at 219-369-4357 or visit them online at cubannet.com. Cuban Networks, moving and storing data fast and safe.
Fast and safe. Nice job. Adrian Wogelmuth moves to the right side to take the handoff to Scott. They go with Brody Kowinski again. Grayley Weaver with the tackle. Maybe a yard to the 29-yard line. 2nd down and 9.
They're not messing around, Todd. They got to the line fast.
No kidding. Quick pace. Arredondo now coming in with the play. Giving the offensive signals is, I believe that's, I got to flip my card again. I'm way behind. Jeremy Bilka. So Arredondo and Gavin Cataldo down at the bottom. There's the handoff to Colton Scott. Scott gets around the corner. 1 arms tackle away. Aiden Eichmann with the tackle at the 34-yard line. He was going to turn those Jets on, Tony.
Dude, every time I watch him carry the football, I just hold my breath because something's going to happen.
That's right.
Something is going to happen.
That's exactly.
At that time, it was almost spectacular.
So it's 3rd down and 4. Last time the Red Devils had it 3rd down and 5. Getting a little closer. 1:11 to go. Arredondo, they fake the handoff. They go back to Scott. Stuffed at the line of scrimmage, back at the 33-yard line. Big number 77. That's Aiden Fuqua again, the 6', 230-pound junior.
Wow, this is an interesting game so far, Todd. Just back and forth.
Body blows, body blow, body blow. So another punt. And Dylan Bisacci puts a foot into it. Eichmann's going to let that one go over his head. It's going to take another Red Devil bounce and roll. Bounce at about the 27. This one's a little bit better. Rolls to the 23.
Where can you get good neighbor service and surprisingly great insurance rates? At State Farm. Because State Farm agent Aaron Shirkey is your one-stop shop with offices in Lowell and Cedar Lake for the service you deserve at the price you want. So stop looking around. State Farm agent Aaron Shirkey is ready to help. Call 219-690-1100 for your surprisingly great rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Hey, that punt went to the 23-yard line just like the last punt went to the – that one went to the 22-yard line, excuse me. So 78 yards away from pay dirt. Shotgun formation again for Arroyo. There's the handoff to Castro. Tries the right side of the line. Bottom of the pile. Juan Perez with the stop that time. Get a couple of yards. Maybe to the 24 where they spotted. 24-yard line. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
So, Todd, that's probably going to be the last play of this first quarter. It went by fast. The Red Devils with only 8 plays.
It's been a bit of a chess match with the pawns doing most of the work. That's the end of the first frame. We will take a quick timeout. Be back right after these messages. 0-0 after 1. KV and Lowell. Right back after these.
Opportunities are everywhere, even right around the corner. That's where you'll find Horizon Bank, going beyond to make a difference in our community. Whether you're starting a business or a family, expanding your kitchen or your customer base, drop by and see us for friendly service, local expertise, and solid financial advice. Horizon Bank, beyond ordinary banking. Learn more at horizonbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Mi Ranchito, located at 149 West Commercial in Lowell, is open every day from 11 to 10 for lunch and dinner. They offer their customers a complete menu featuring seafood chimichanga, steak fajitas, tacos, and burritos. Their phone number is 219-696-2270. Regional Radio Sports thanks Mi Ranchito Restaurant in Lowell, a proud supporter of Lowell Athletics, for help making the broadcast of this game possible.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Ryan Matthews, Tony McHale, Todd Kibbe here as we get ready to start the second frame. Here, no score, Red Devils and Cougars. Kind of what you'd expect, I would guess. A little bit of an exciting game.
So, Todd, here's what I want to watch out for.
Okay.
First quarter, 17 plays for KV, 8 for Lowell. Does that start to wear down the enthusiasm of this Lowell Red Devil defense right now?
Cam Haslett moves from the right side to the left. That's where a little hesitation by Arroyo. Didn't get called for it. Looks up, goes deep, looking for Eichmann. Incomplete. Call. Vasco with just right before it came. I don't even think that was catchable.
It wasn't. He didn't need to do it, but he lost the step.
Yep.
To Eichmann, and he thought he had to do it. The ball wasn't going to be caught. The back judge decided it was enough for interference, so 15-yard penalty will move the ball out to the 39-yard line. Yeah, it didn't have to. It didn't have to happen, but it did.
Right. Well, Eichmann was the defender on Vasco when Lowell had the opportunity, and it was an uncatchable ball. But I think that was a little bit okay. So it's.
I mean, it was questionable, right? He didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't have to throw the flag, and you'd be arguing it the other way.
Yep.
But he did dive at him, and he did hit his right arm.
He did.
It wouldn't have made the ball anymore. He wouldn't have caught the ball.
So it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Nice job by the interior of that defense. Gang Switch is in there on the stop, along with big number 79. That's Mason Brooker.
And we'll have to look. I'm not even really sure that's a rule, Todd. I think that might be one of those things we just made up.
It could be.
It might be an NFL rule. I don't know that it's a high school rule.
That might be the case. Maybe I got to get my.
No. I mean, every referee in the stands was calling it the same way.
That's
at least on this side.
This side of the stands. Arroyo in the gun, stands back at the 30. Here's a pitch. Good job by Perez. There's Castro, and a great job by Timothy James. just holding him to about 3 or 4 yards to the 44-yard line. A gain of 3 on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 5.
But, Todd, so far tonight, great job setting edges for this Lowell defense. No matter what the play is, whether it's an inside run, that was a pitch. They tried to get Castro to the outside. If they're trying to run him off tackle, right now these linebackers and Tim James as a safety have been there and making short tackles and people running to help them make the tackle. So Castro can't get yards after contact.
And Perez's aggressive play made Arroyo commit early on
Blitz.
that one. So there was the
blitz.
Here they come. There's the handoff to Castro. Does he get to that second level? He's going to get close.
Short.
It's going to be shy by a yard, a little over a yard. He gets to they're going to spot him at the 48-yard line. They need to get to the 49.
Now you know they're going for this, right?
Oh, yeah. 4th and 1 at the 48. You know they're going to go for that.
So they brought 3 people on that blitz, Todd. Hazlitt actually got through. Castro was able to be quick enough, get between that left tackle and left guard. Great job by Wogelmuth to bring Castro down by himself.
Here's where you would think the Cougars would have an advantage. They got 4 of the 5 guys on that offensive line were there last year. There goes Castro. Second effort, he's going to get it. Wogelmuth had him in the backfield, but
just missed the tackle.
Just missed him, and the carry goes into Red Devil territory down to about the 47-yard line, so a fresh set of downs.
Wogelmuth thought he had him.
I know.
And that would have been a big collision. Sharkey coming off, Todd. Looks like he got a little hitch in his giddy-up.
Taking a look at him. Ball rests at the 47-yard line of Lowell. So KV now with 9.5 to go here in the first half.
First time anybody's actually taken the ball over the midfield line.
That's right. Trips to the left for the Cougars. They're looking that way. A little dump pass to Eichmann. Gets it in the flat. Nice job by Aaron Dondo to come up quickly and close. I don't know if there's going to be if there's a gain, it's a half yard.
Todd, I'm not sure what was said at practice or after the game last week.
Yeah.
But this defense is flying around like we haven't seen them fly around all season. That because there looked like there was 5 or 6 yards of green in front of Eichmann right there. But it closed quickly, and I don't want to overemphasize this, but I will.
Please
not just one guy. 3 guys got there on that tackle.
So it's 2nd down and 10. No gain on the last play. Arroyo. There's the handoff to Castro. Gets around the corner. Crago misses the tackle. Gets knocked out of bounds by Schneider. But he got the corner, got the edge that time to the 33-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 14, 1st and 10.
And you saw his speed there because there was 2 Red Devils that had a chance to make the tackle.
Right.
And they weren't in bad position. He just beat them to the spot.
Yep. And that time, Perez got sealed off and could not force the flow back into the teeth of the defense. So it's 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. About 8:35 to go here in the first half. So Castro to the left of Arroyo. They hand off to Kuster. He goes to the wide side of the field. He's got some blocking there. He's going to get some good yardage. Great tackle by Aaron Dondo. Max has been having a heck of a game defensively.
I'll tell you who made a great block on that, Todd. Paying it back a little bit was Marco Castro. He's the one that set the edge on that play. Allowed Kustra to get outside.
You know why he set the edge? Because there was a holding play.
Oh, well, there you go.
That's how it looked so good.
It looked really good.
So it'll be a replay of 1st down, but they're going to back him up from the 30. So they'll put him at the 40-yard line. Holding is the call.
1st and 17.
At the 40-yard line.
Yeah, it was a beautiful block if he had let the guy go.
I don't know that he was the one who got it.
I don't know. I mean, he was the one. That's kind of right where it happened.
Jason Parker now split to the left. Arroyo looking to the right. Little slow handoff, draw to Castro. And a nice tackle, shoestring tackle by Wogelmuth.
I do like it, Todd. They have some KV has some interesting plays to get Castro open. They realized that just a straight handoff to zone read wasn't working early in the game, so now they tried to pitch down here on the last drive. Didn't work. They went off tackle for his big run for 14 yards,
right.
And then that was the little draw play.
2nd and 13 at the 36. Arroyo now looking to the right again. Here comes the throw, going deep, looking for Eichmann. In and out of the hands, incomplete. Eichmann had the height advantage, the 5'11", over Max Arredondo, a 5'8", giving up 4 inches there.
So that was a little bit of an arm strength thing, too. That ball should have come out earlier. Eichmann was open. If that ball had been more to the far side of the field, towards the KV side, instead of straight down that hash mark, it would have been a touchdown. Arroyo just needs to lead him a little bit better and get the ball out of his hand a little bit faster.
Arredondo was on his back hip, you're right. Had it been a little bit to the left, it would have been a great defensive block for the offensive player. Could have dropped it in there. But not happening. 3rd down and 13 back at the 36-yard line. Arroyo rolls right, sets up, lets it fly, goes underneath, hits Grayley Weaver in the helmet.
The mask.
Between the hands, right on the face mask. And Arredondo gives him a slap on the back. It's like, yeah, it happens.
Hit him in the face. I mean, this is a punt. I find this strange.
4th and 13 at the 30. I would kind of agree.
I mean, where are you going to punt the ball? So you're going to try and pin him inside the 5?
So it's at the 36. You're just you'd lose. You'd give him 16 yards if, I don't know. We'll see. Arroyo spins it, flips it, bounces at the 10. Got a roll. Oh,
at the 1. They kept it out.
Got it at the 1-yard line. Great job by number 6, Aiden Anderson. Wow. There you go.
At Langen Realty, we believe that everyone is family. From our dedicated team to our valued clients, you're always at home with us. As proud Red Devil alumni and former athletes, we're not just part of the community, we're rooted in it. We're committed to guiding our neighbors through every real estate transaction with the ease and care that only family can provide. Langen Realty, where your journey becomes our journey, and together we find your perfect place to call home.
Hey, you got to give props to number 6, Jaden Anderson, on that one. The 6'1", 180-pound junior. Got down there. That ball bounced at the 10. It took another bounce inside the 5, and Anderson was there to hop on top of it. So at their back of the goal line, there they go. I believe that was Colton Scott.
Yep.
Yeah, it was. Not really much of a push there.
Yeah, it's really hard to run a zone option down or zone read here. Anything that's a delay, you risk getting a safety. So they said he got a yard.
Yeah, he picked up a yard. Kuster on the tackle. 2nd down and 9 at the 2. Everybody's tight for the Red Devils. Sharnke to the right. Full house backfield. They go to Scott off the right side. Gets a little breathing room. Still chugging their way. These referees are letting them play.
Well, now it opens up your playbook a little bit more on 3rd down.
Well,
if you're not, Brody Klawinski's not going to be standing in his end zone,
right,
when he takes the snap,
right. So it's going to be 3rd down and 5 at the 6.
I mean, open the playbook for the Red Devils, Todd.
That's true. 6:16 remaining here in the second quarter. Excuse me. I want to speed through.
But you can see everybody's within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage.
Yep. Kowinski turns, fakes, rolls right. Looking to drag him down. Big number 78 with the tackle.
Sharkey was wide open.
Gavin Joy almost tossed Kowinski back into the end zone.
Sharkey was running down across the field at the 25, wide open. Would have been a touchdown.
So the ball now rests at the 3 after the 3-yard loss. It's 4th and call it 8. But now Dylan Bisacci stands in the the top of the O.
Todd, that was a genius punt by Coach Kennedy.
He is, and he's going to kick it into the wind. Eichmann stands at his 41-yard line. Timeout called by the Red Devils. They're second here in the first half.
Did you miss the start of the fall semester at Ivy Tech Community College Lake County? You can still enroll in classes that begin in October. Our next set of 8-week classes start October 21st. This means you have time this year to earn credits towards your degree or certificate. Whether you're fresh out of high school or a working adult, Ivy Tech has flexible programs that fit your schedule and budget. Visit ivytech.edu to enroll or apply. Call 219-392-3600 or visit any of our locations in Crown Point, East Chicago, or Gary. Let Ivy Tech be your first step to success.
Engravables, located at 2005 Calumet Avenue in Valparaiso, between Vale Park Road and Glendale, across from McDonald's, is your headquarters for awards, trophies, plaques, name badges, and rubber stamps. For more information, stop in or give them a call at 219-477-5656. Their web address is www.engravables.net. That's Engravables, 2005 Calumet Avenue in Valparaiso.
Welcome back as we set to get set. Punting situation for the Red Devils deep in their own territory at the 3-yard line. Red Devils had to burn a timeout to make sure they got this one off.
Ooh.
Versace as a knuckleballer, bounces at the 26, rolls to the 35, and stops at about the 40-yard line. So the benefit of a good roll that time.
Still a 37-yard punt.
Goes down in the books.
So the year is, wow, my accent tonight, I'm not sure what's going on. There is 5:15 left in this quarter, Todd. The way this football game has been going, this could be the last drive of the first half.
That is true. They're going to spot it on the big line at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10. Gosh, these guys have had the ball, well.
Forever.
Yeah, that's true. Offense for the Red Devils needs to get working. 1st and 10 for the Cougars. Arroyo. Kustra, the H-back to the right side. There goes Castro. Big hit by Wogelmuth. He bounces off. Nice job by Castro. Bounces off of Wogelmuth and gets almost a first down. He might have a first down.
I think he did, Todd. That was a big hit. That was the hit that Wogelmuth was hoping to have on the 4th down play last time.
Exactly it.
And he had it, brought his shoulder, just couldn't get him down.
He spotted it at the 31.
Crazy huge hit.
Wow. I thought he was down right there. Good job. Great job by Marco Castro. See why he's one of the best in the state.
Well, he goes 210, so it's going to take a lot of force to bring him down.
That's a good hit by Gangswitch that time.
I mean, he's taking some big hits right now.
But it's enough for a first down. Here comes Brooker in. Brooker's going to spell, I don't know who. Looks like Vasco. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for KV at the Red Devil 28-yard line.
And the clock just continues to tick away.
Sure does.
Same for Lowell, though. Everybody in by the line of scrimmage.
Kuster tries that left side again, gets to the second level, spins, gets pushed back by Timothy James at about the 20-yard line.
As a change of pace, he's done really, really well. He's gotten a couple balls outside, both to the left, off tackle for big gains, and that was 9 yards on that one.
Yeah, no
so
kidding.
The Red Devils have Castro buckled up, but Koistra.
2 receivers left, ball in the left hash, 3:40 to go here in the first half. There goes Koistra again. Puts the head down. There's Aiden Wogelmuth with the hard tackle, but it's enough for a first down. He needed 1. He got 3. It's 1st and 10 in the red zone once again at the 17-yard line.
So, Todd, we very likely could be under 3 minutes by the time this ball is snapped. The band didn't even get their band's like, we just played the pregame show.
We just did the national anthem. Play coming in from the sideline, giving it to Brevin Whaley. 11 on the play clock.
So the Red Devils are committed to single coverage on these 2 wide receivers.
There goes Castro, right up the gut. Falls ahead. He's the kind of runner you like, Tony. He's north and south for sure. Gets past the 15-yard line. Spotted it at about the, I think I put it at the 13. So give him a gain of 4, 2nd down and 6.
The way this Lowell defense is playing right now, Aiden Wogelmuth is being run blitzed on every play. He was 2 yards into the backfield, so there's going to be a couple more collisions tonight between he and Castro. So the Red Devils have 4 on the line of scrimmage, but they're bringing 37 almost every time as an extra lineman.
10 on the play clock. There goes the hand off to Kuster. He counters and moves back to the middle of the field. Gets hammered right there. Not much of a gain on that play. 6, Cam Crago. Good to see him back on the field.
I don't think that's where he was supposed to take that play, Todd. That play was supposed to continue outside, and he probably had blockers, but he panicked a little bit, thought he saw a hole on the inside that Crago filled quickly. So here you go. This is 3rd and 4, 3rd and a long 4.
Yeah, 3rd and a long 4. They're spotting that about the 12-yard line, make it the 11. So 7th play of the drive. Under a minute 50 to go. 6 on the play clock. Eichmann goes in motion left to right. Arroyo looking that way, gets flushed out of the pocket, throwing back across his body, looking the end zone, incomplete again. Is that Grayley Weaver again? It was. The poor kid can't catch a break. It's either going off of his helmet or that one was thrown behind.
Yeah, Arroyo that time just couldn't get his feet set. I think we're going to have a field goal. Couldn't get his feet set as he rolled to his left, tried to throw back to his right, and Weaver was all the way in the back of the end zone. So great staying at home for the backside of that Lowell defense. Again, Arroyo was hoping he could run out of there, but the Red Devils are going to hold KV to a 27-yard field goal attempt.
29-yard field goal attempt. Anthony Ruvalcabra. Fake. Throwing it deep, looking knocked down by Arredondo. The intended receiver was number 23. That was Grayley Weaver. Great job by Arredondo that time to knock it down, and the Red Devils don't fall for the fake and get the ball 1st and 10 with 1:28 remaining.
Todd, what a crazy game. I'm wondering if the scoreboard guys are thinking that I'm just falling asleep on my job, that nothing has crossed the goal line or goal post yet.
Fake field goal. The ball goes over on downs. They have to, again, dare I say, crappy field position, but they'll take it. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Only one timeout, right?
One timeout left for the Red Devils. They had to take that second one right before the punt. Kowinski looking deep. Pulls it down. Nice job, Grayley. Weaver is there along with number 85. That
KV's going to take a timeout, Todd.
Brady Sampson with that one. Go ahead.
Hey, Red Devil fans, the big game is tonight, but before you cheer on Lowell High, why not fuel up at George's? Just across the street from the school, George's is the perfect spot to grab a delicious family meal before adding to the stadium. Whether you're craving a juicy burger, fresh salads, or something sweet, George's has you covered. So come on over, bring your friends and family. Let's kick off game night with great food and even better company. Remember, supporting George's is supporting your local community. We'll see you there.
Hey, and don't forget Donald J. Smith, CPA, 1203 East Commercial Avenue in Lowell, has been servicing the tax and accounting needs of his clients for the past 34 years. Way to go, Donald J. Smith. You can reach the sharpest pencil in town at 219-696-1040 or on the web at donaldsmithcpa.com. Wow. You know, Tony, we were talking, what team's going to show up tonight? How is this going to play? What's going to be the inspiration for these guys? I think, while it's been scoreless, it's been one of the more entertaining games.
Oh, this Lowell defense, this is the best they played all year against one of the best running backs in the northern part of the state. So kudos to them. This defense is playing really well. Stayed at home on that field goal. Great job by Arredondo, not getting the PI and knocking the ball away.
So it's 2nd down and 8 at the 13-yard line. Wogelmuth goes in motion, and there's flags flying. So they're going to back it up. They can't take it all the way.
The 11, maybe?
5, right? They?
Nope, the 8.
8, I guess they can. It's still 2nd down. 13 to go, back at the 8-yard line. Same play. Now they send Wogelmuth in motion. Colton Scott goes around the right side, little hesitation move. Gets across the 10. Still looking for that first break. Gets back to basically the original line of scrimmage. Tackled over there on the far side by Brady Sampson again. And Jaden Anderson. So it's 3rd down and 9. I don't know what that's from, but I'm going to take a look at that. Kowinski calls his own number. Still haven't seen a first down for the Red Devils yet, and that's not going to be the first one. So timeout.
Timeout.
Coach
KV.
Kennedy's going to call his last, 3rd, and final timeout to save some time. 41.2 seconds. They still have the wind at their back, so they're going to force a punt. This one's going to be from the 15-yard line.
Looking to lead with purpose? Rooted Influence by Ryan Luntz is the game changer you've been waiting for. Dive into the gripping story of a football coach determined to prove his doubters wrong and a former quarterback struggling to reclaim his life. Together they discover the true essence of leadership. Rooted Influence, a journey of resilience, redemption, and finding the root of lasting leadership. Whether you're on the field or off, this book will inspire you to lead with impact. Get your copy today. Available on Amazon or go to RyanSpencerLutz.com for more information. Whew. Todd, this game is flying along.
It is. We kicked off a little late too, and
this first half won't even take barely 45 minutes.
You say that.
No more timeouts.
No more timeouts. That's true. But there could be a lot of passes.
There could be a score.
Could be a score. I'm gonna move that.
Aaron Dondo with a pick six. Is that what I heard you predict?
I think you heard that. So back deep once again is Adrian Eichmann. Bisaccia takes the snap, puts a foot into it. It's going to bounce at the 37, take a roll, still roll, burning time at the 48-yard line, and the clock will stop with 30.2 ticks.
33 yards on that punt, Todd.
I'll tell you, Dylan Bisaccia's been the MVP of this first half, getting the Red Devils
out of trouble
when they had to punt deep in their own territory. One time from the 15, before that on the 3, he's forced the Cougars to start at their 40-yard line and here the 48.
So let's see how the Red Devils come out. So far they've been satisfied with their cornerbacks playing single coverage with no safety help. Tim James playing the run. Lowell a little late getting to the line of scrimmage on this play.
Eichmann in the slot. Weaver now split close to the numbers on the far side. Arroyo takes a snap, rolls left, sets up, lets it fly, going underneath the Eichmann. He's going to be close to the sticks as the
Clock's
first
gonna
down.
Keep running. He did not get the first down, Todd.
Did not get the first down, so it's going to be 2nd down and 1 at the Red Devil 39. 10 seconds left. Looking to go deep. He's got a man wide open. There he is. This time he's not going to miss. Grayley Weaver with the catch and touchdown. Max Arredondo fell down at about the 5-yard line. That is the first score of the night.
Heartbreaker right there, Todd.
Oh.
Arredondo had such a great first half. And then just Weaver got behind him and a beautiful ball by Arroyo with 3.8 seconds left puts KV on the board.
Wow. 2 plays, 48 yards, a 39-yard hookup between Diego Arroyo and Grayley Weaver. In to attempt the extra point will be Anthony Ruvalcaba. Snap is back, the hold is down, the kick is up, end over end, and it is good. So with 3.8 seconds to go, KV draws first blood, 7-0. We will take a break and come back right after these messages here on RSN.com, Video, Regional Radio Sports Network, Jed TV. Back after these messages.
Get a great deal on making the most of every property with Kubota commercial landscape equipment. From mowers to track loaders to utility vehicles, it's a lineup built to uphold your reputation. Right now, bring home the Kubota Z700 mower for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months. Now through September 30th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for more details.
We build Indiana. The Laborers International Union of North America builds and maintains roads, bridges, and other essential infrastructure that make us the crossroads of America. So thanks to LIUNA members' work, Hoosiers have a better quality of life, like access to utilities, easier routes to jobs, schools, or medical care, and deliveries keep moving. We build Indiana for good jobs and stronger communities. The Laborers International Union of North America. We are LIUNA.
2 plays, 48 yards, 26 seconds off the clock. Ruvalcaba with the kickoff. It's going to go to Gutierrez. He takes it in the end zone. Touchback. So the Red Devils will have 1 play left with 3.4 seconds remaining. You just take a knee?
You have to take a knee. So taking a knee will be play 15 for the Red Devils.
Wow.
37 for KV.
Wow.
So It'll be interesting, Todd. This is going to be an interesting halftime. This is a fragile Lowell football team.
Oh, wow. Brody Kowinski wasn't out there.
Oh.
And he was on the sidelines. The rest of the offense was there. Gavin Gutierrez, Coach Kilmer turned and looked and saw that he wasn't out there. He said, "No, you're not out there. You should have known what was going on." And he put Gutierrez in. So Gutierrez with 9 on the play clock will get 1 snap. 4, 3, 2, takes the snap, hands to Colton Scott, gets around the corner. Colton Scott cuts it up the middle. He could go. Colton Scott's going to go. He's at the 30, the 20, the 10. There's that man. Electrifying.
What is going on?
3.8.
No flags.
3.4 seconds. The second string quarterback comes in, hands off to Colton Scott. He goes. Where was that ball put down?
The 20.
The ball was at the 80 yards on the touchdown score. Colton Scott electrifying.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
I told you, something exciting happens every time.
One way or the other. And that's got everybody in black and black excited. Oh, yeah, the long snapper wasn't even in there to get the snap. Dylan Bisacci, the all-important extra point. Snap is back. The hold is down. The kick is no good. So a lot of confusion. Gutierrez on that could not come up with it. There's your difference in the first half. What a way to end the first half. An 80-yard touchdown run by Colton Scott. He had 38 coming into the game. They came around the left corner and got around the defensive end and just bolted up the sideline for the score.
Craziness, Todd. Pure craziness.
Oh, let's take a break. We'll come back, kind of reset what we can.
Don't kneel on it.
Okay, do not kneel on it. Thank you. Halftime here at the Inferno. Looking for the first win of the season are the Red Devils. They're down by 1, but boy, what a way to get back into this. Back right after these messages.
What the heck? Is anybody going to the game Friday night?
If you're having a bad day because of bad coverage, call Premier Group, or we'll block you from disaster.
Blue 42! Premier Group! Premier Group! Hut! Hut!
The Premier Insurance Group, Auto, Home, Business, Life. Jim Langen, owner, 829 East Commercial Avenue in Lowell, Indiana. Call them at 219-695-3031 or email them at jlangen@premiergrpins.com.
Yeah.
Introducing Powers Health, a health system with a new name and a strong legacy of caring for families in our community. One with a tradition of advanced specialized services and a vision for the future. One with a commitment to medical excellence and compassionate care. Everything we do, everything we believe, Powers Health.
Develop quality citizens who keep our core, our country, and our communities side by side on the winning side. Not for glory, but for honor. For a code that isn't written or spoken, but lived. It's what we do. It's who we are. It's the battle cry of our fighting spirit. Battles won. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
Presenting the Horizon Bank elevator pitch. Why aren't we telling you about ourselves? We're waiting for you to tell us about yourself. Our pitch can wait. Horizon Bank. Get a conversation started.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Halftime here. As you can see the score, the Cougars with a K, 7. The Red Devils with the scamper at the end. 3.4 seconds left on the clock. Now, I don't know if you saw this. Ryan Matthews has joined us. He kind of warming up a little bit here. But after the kickoff was down in the end zone, the officials put the ball on the 20-yard line. The Lowell team went out and huddled up. There were 10 guys in the huddle. There was no quarterback. Mm-hmm. Coach Kilmer was standing at about the 30-yard line and looked back and said, I don't know if he said, where's 9, where's the quarterback, or whatever. And Kowinski was standing at about the 37. He didn't have his head in the game at that point in time. Kilmer pulled him, and he said, 17, get in there. Gutierrez got in, looked at the forearm, the play calling, was running out of time with the play clock, and all he was going to do was hand off to Scott. Well, all he did was hand off to Scott, and you saw what happened. And that all happened within the last, I don't know when the clock hit triple or double zero, but he got around the corner at the 30-yard line. There was a guy who was, again, I think it was number 6. It might have been Anderson who got had a chance at him, but once he got past the 40-yard line, he was gone.
It was unbelievable. I didn't expect it in the slightest. You guys were talking about it down here. Do you take a knee there or not? And I think that, one of the things that you guys talked about in the pregame show was, how they're going to face adversity here today. And for one, I just got to say hats off to the defense. I'll get back to that here in a couple seconds. But one of the things, what more can you ask for from a team that's fighting adversity in the final seconds of the first half to go ahead and give it one more shot and then end up scoring on it as well? That's a real testament to what they're trying to teach these kids as well, as to not give up. Because you're still in it no matter what, even if you think you're not.
Up to the point where Colton Scott just became the player of the game, at least for the first half. You got to give it to Dylan Bisacci, because after KV at the beginning of the second quarter started, and they took the ball almost 5 minutes, 11 plays. They started at their own 23-yard line, and they ended up punting at the 36. But they forced the punt was down at the 1-yard line by number 6. That was Jaden Anderson.
Yeah.
3 plays later, 3 and out. Bisacci has to punt. He's the ball snapped at the 3. He kicks it, and I will have to say the person who's not been the player of the game has been Aiden Eichmann, because he's missed a couple of punts.
Right.
He let the one in the first quarter touch and go, lose about 10 to 15 yards on the punt when Bisacci had the wind at his back. But that ball, Bisacci's punt, rolled to the 40-yard line. Again, that ended up with a 4th and 8 plays later, 4th and 11, 4th and 4 at the 11. The Cougars faked the field goal.
Yeah.
Great job by Max Arundanda to knock the ball down away from Grayley Weaver.
Absolutely.
But again, that put the Red Devils back deep in their own territory. At the 11, another 3 and out with a penalty. He punted from the 15-yard line, and that punt ended up at the 48, which looked to be really good until that 2-play drive, and Weaver was in the end zone. So again, while it had been a 0-0 score for nearly 23 and a half minutes.
I was going to say, what was that? The final 30 seconds
30.3 seconds is when KV got the ball back at the 48-yard line. They ran 2 plays, and it was there were 3.4 seconds after the ball was kicked and then down in the end zone for the Red Devils for that last play. And just give it to Colton Scott, let him run with it.
Well, I also remember it's kind of funny that we bring up how much that last 30 seconds or so of time in that first half was really a crucial part, if not probably the most crucial part of the first half. I remember you and Tony talking in the first half, saying, oh man, it's been going really quick.
Yeah.
This might be the final drive of the game, and all of a sudden we get 2 more drives and 2 scores, and but one thing that I really want to hit on as well. Lowell's defense.
Yeah.
Against Castro as well. And the one big play that I want to say, I was up there on the top of the press box, which, by the way, all these drives that you're saying are taking 5 minutes. It feels like 20 up there.
Sorry.
But,
I told you to wear your hoodie.
Thank you for that. I came prepared because
Thank
of you. But, I'm watching this Castro play, and Lowell has a linebacker shoot right out of the backfield, hit him really hard, and then all of a sudden you see Castro take off for a first down. All I could do was shrug my shoulders and say, that's what happens when you play against Marco Castro. It just so happens to be, you'll get these huge chunk plays out of nothing. But Lowell's handled it very well. And, I mean, despite the fact that KV seems to be handling the time of possession handedly. You know what I mean?
One-sided. I think Tony had him at again, 37, 38 plays to Lowell's 15 before that last touchdown run.
There's obviously a lot to be happy about if you're Lowell going into the locker room. Of course, you would have liked to kick that field goal. Unfortunately, they didn't get it off in time. But I think the one thing, going into the second half would be, if you're Lowell, in order to, fight this game, which obviously is going to be very run-heavy. I'm expecting a little bit of a shorter, for you guys, second half. But, I think the biggest thing is with Kankakee Valley handling that time of possession so much, you have to get that offense rolling. Yeah. And not only that, but it's huge for your defense as well if your offense is clicking because they get off the field as much as time,
They need to get a little bit of a breather because they were
sure.
out there an awful lot doing a lot of good work, to your point. All right, well, stay warm up there. Thank you for dropping in. We greatly appreciate it anytime.
Thanks for having me.
Every time. We certainly want your insight. We'll take a time out here and be back right after these messages here on the Regional Radio Sports Network, RSN.com video, Facebook Live, and Jed TV. Back right after these.
Presenting the Horizon Bank elevator pitch. Why aren't we telling you about ourselves? We're waiting for you to tell us about yourself. Our pitch can wait. Horizon Bank. Get a conversation started.
State Farm Insurance asks if you're feeling stuck in a state of compensation stagnation. Another year with no raise. Then let State Farm help you get to a better state with a discount double check that can stretch your hard-earned dollars a little farther. They'll go through your car insurance to make sure you're getting all the discounts you deserve. Discounts could add up to 40% and put a few $100 extra in your pocket. Discounts may vary state to state. Danny DeTola, 2449 45th Street, Highland, 963-4444. Andrea Harbin, 6504 U.S. Highway 6 Portage, 762-5514. And Rob Rodakis, 835 Lincoln Way Avenue, Valparaiso, 476-7444.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Opportunities are everywhere, even right around the corner. That's where you'll find Horizon Bank, going beyond to make a difference in our community. Whether you're starting a business or a family, expanding your kitchen or your customer base, drop by and see us for friendly service, local expertise, and solid financial advice. Horizon Bank, beyond ordinary banking. Learn more at horizonbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back. You heard Ryan Matthews. Tony McHale is back in his commander seat. Todd Kibbe here. The band and Flag Corps out doing their thing. Fantastic, beautiful night. As Ryan says, it's really windy up there. We can see that. It's not as windy as last week. Helene windy, but it's pretty darn windy. But, wow, what a exciting 3.8 seconds to end this first half, Tony.
Yeah, I mean, so the number you were looking for, Todd, 37 plays for KV, 15 for Lowell. And before that, the first 14 plays did absolutely nothing. Lowell has a grand total of 111 yards rushing. So that would have been 31 yards rushing prior to Mr. Colton Scott taking that to the house. 0 for 2 passing, so only 111 yards offense for Lowell. On the other side, I mean, if you're Lowell and you're looking at these numbers and you want to win games by statistics, this is what you're looking for. 16 carries for Castro, only 69 yards. A total of 27 carries for the team, 103, four completions for 52 yards. Obviously, the big one, the touchdown with 3.8 seconds left in the first half. But a back-and-forth game, couple drops by the receivers you'd be brought up. It probably changed this game a little bit. Don't let Mr. Weaver off the hook. He took one off the face mask.
Yep.
But it'll be interesting halftime adjustments. I think Coach Kennedy, excuse me, and the Cougars have tried to do different things with Castro. They've tried to run him up the middle. They've tried to run him off tackle. They've tried to get him on a sweep, on a pitch. They tried to get him, off tackle. They ran him on a little draw delay. And Lowell has responded to everything. His longest carry of the half was 13 yards. And that was after he got, a big hit.
Right.
So, kind of as Ryan said, can this Lowell defense hold up for the next 24 minutes? The benefit of the fact that it's 60 degrees right now and not as hot as it's been the last couple weeks. And then what can, what can they do on offense? Because, you can't rely on 80-yard touchdown runs. The deep ball was open a couple times. We saw it just slightly overthrown. So I think both teams have to look at passing the ball a little bit more in this second half because neither teams are respecting the pass. All the cornerbacks are playing man coverage one-on-one, and the safeties are basically just a glorified linebacker right now. Eichmann is 5 yards off the line of scrimmage. Tim James off the 5 yards off the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
And I really think that maybe who can throw the ball, as crazy as it seems, who can throw the ball better in the second half is going to determine who wins this football game.
Well, you get the 2-for-1 for the Red Devils. They had the ball last in the first half and just went 80 yards with no time on the clock. And then they're going to get it to start the second half on the kickoff. Now, two things I want to point out that are, again, teachable moments for Coach Kilmer is, as I discussed with Ryan, Kowinski wasn't ready for that last play. And again, you and I were kind of kidding around. You take it.
I wasn't ready for that last play.
Well, I wasn't ready for it either. But we were like, okay, you got 3.4 seconds. You're at the 20-yard line. You take a knee. Okay, so you don't. But Kowinski wasn't ready. He had the 10 guys were out there in a huddle, and there was no quarterback. Kilmer pulled him, and he said, 17, get in there. 17 was, I give that kid credit because thrown in, and they're like, okay, well, it's probably, you're thinking there's only 3.4 seconds. What am I going to do? He's gotten a play from the coach. The coach says, hand off left side, whatever. Boom, touchdown. Everybody in here, you and I are going nuts. The guys next door, Vince and Monty, are going crazy. Upstairs, they're going crazy. The fans, the team on the sideline. Well, the team on the sideline included number 14, Malachi Goodall. Malachi Goodall is the long snapper.
Right.
What did they do? They missed the extra point to tie the game. So they're down by one now because a couple of, they're up, 6 points because of a mental error. But they're down by a point because of, they, just got caught up in the moment.
We talked about this at the top of the show, and this is the prime example of you have to learn how to win.
Yeah.
Right? You have to be focused through every play of this football game because you never know what's going to happen, right? That was akin to a sudden change, right? That was a fumble, pick six, scoop and score. That there's a ton of excitement, right? You went from the lowest of lows to the highest of highs, but there's still the next play. You got to be ready for the next play. Now you got to, instead of being tied, now you're going to be forced to go for two somewhere along the line because you got to catch up to that point.
Yep.
So it's that learning to win thing, right? You see the talent out there.
That's right.
You saw the offense. You saw, just the pure speed out of Colton Scott. But you got to learn how to win, and you got to learn how to use that emotion to your benefit and not to your detriment.
Right. Got to keep mindful every play, and that's why there's a point difference. So we're going to take a quick timeout. We'll come back. We'll reset for second half, see what we think the adjustments might be. Great ball game here in the Northwest Crossroads Conference action, Week 7. The Cougars of Kankakee Valley 7, the Red Devils of Lowell High School 6. Back after these messages.
Introducing Powers Health, a health system with a new name and a strong legacy of caring for families in our community. One with a tradition of advanced specialized services and a vision for the future. One with a commitment to medical excellence and compassionate care. Everything we do, everything we believe, powers health.
Is anybody going to the game Friday night?
If you're having a bad day because of bad coverage, call Premier Group, or we'll block you from disaster.
Blue 42! Premier Group! Premier Group! Hut! Hut!
The Premier Insurance Group, Auto, Home, Business, Life. Jim Langen, owner, 829 East Commercial Avenue in Lowell, Indiana. Call them at 219-695-3031 or email them at jlangen@premiergrpins.com.
He was on that first.
Get a great deal on making the most of every property with Kubota commercial landscape equipment. From mowers to track loaders to utility vehicles, it's a lineup built to uphold your reputation. Right now, bring home the Kubota Z700 mower for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months. Now through September 30th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for more details.
We build Indiana. The Laborers International Union of North America builds and maintains roads, bridges, and other essential infrastructure that make us the crossroads of America. So thanks to LIUNA members' work, Hoosiers have a better quality of life, like access to utilities, easier routes to jobs, schools, or medical care, and deliveries keep moving. We build Indiana for good jobs and stronger communities. The Laborers International Union of North America. We are LIUNA.
State Farm Insurance asks, what if you're walking out to your car and it's been mashed by a runaway garbage truck? Having a State Farm agent means having a real person to help you when things go wrong. So when accidents happen, you've got someone you know who will be there when you need them. State Farm agent Greg Taylor is at 794 McCool Road in Valparaiso. Call Greg at 219-762-4911. Connie Bernardi, 1072 Joliet Street, U.S. Highway 30 in Dyer, 322-9959.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Tony McHale, Ryan Matthews, Todd Kibbe here at the Inferno. Halftime winding down. Let's talk second half adjustments, Tony. One thing that you and I noticed is we haven't seen the ball handed off to number 16, Caden Thompson, the primary back for the Red Devils, all night.
Yeah, he's down there on the sideline, Todd. Not sure. I'm pretty sure I saw him on that first punt of the game. Not sure if he hurt himself on that or you know, if there was an injury coming out of last week. But Lowell has to find a way to run the ball between the tackles. KV has shut that down the whole way, led by Mr. Weaver on the defensive side of the football, where he's having a great game. And maybe pass some short passes. There's been some open receivers just because everybody's so close to the line of scrimmage. On the Lowell defensive side, same thing you did in the first half. You just have to find 22 and keep 22 in check. And then Koister at number 38 has done a great job on the couple times that he's carried the ball so far. 5 carries for 20 yards.
Yeah.
So you stifled this run game so far. You know they're just one step away from a big gain. I really, really like what the linebackers are doing tonight. I love what Tim James is doing tonight. You just have to keep doing it.
I like what I've seen. When the Red Devils came on the field to start this, warm-up session of this after halftime, that's the most inspired I've heard the fans all season. And I think, again, that thrilling play at the end of the first half has everything to do with that. Can they build on that?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what we're going to talk. That before that 3.8 seconds, we were going to talk about how fragile a team this is, and what would that have meant to go into the half after you played so well down 7-0. Then you get the big lift. Now you get the ball back. I mean, here's the thing. Guess who's out there on kickoff return right now?
Yep.
Number 27. So you got 27 and Gutierrez. There's a chance you get really good field position here. You need to flip this football game a little bit, and you need to have the 10-play drives this half. Not let KV have the ball for 17, 18 minutes.
So
Ooh, Cam's going out there on kickoff return.
Cam Hazlett's going to get an opportunity as well.
All right, Todd, I remembered my Coach Holtz thing.
Yeah.
And what I wish I could remember the lottery numbers this well. So, and he used to talk about how, because when I got to Notre Dame, they were bad. And then, in 3 years they won.
Really bad.
They were really bad. Thanks, Jerry Faust.
Okay.
But you start, as you start, and you go back to this as the beginning of the season, he said there's four steps of the progression of getting better. The initial is you don't know what you don't know. Then you learn and you know what you don't know. And then as you get better, you get to the point where you don't know what you know. And then when you become a complete business, football team, person, whatever, you know what you know. So I think Lowell's somewhere in that middle right now, where they just don't know what they know.
The kickoff is going to be down by an up man. That's Matt Gangswitch at about the 22-yard line.
Right,
So,
it's that learning to win. You just don't know, right? There's the athletes out there. They have the coaching to do it. And I think you saw it, at least defensively in the first half, that they're starting to get to the point where they know what they know. And when that happens, and we've talked about this a couple times this season, is you play faster.
Right.
Right. You're not thinking, you play faster.
Red Devils need to give their defense a bit of a breather, even coming out from that second half. Kowinski, inside handoff. There goes number 16, Caden Thompson, back into the ball game. So first half, no-go. Second half, first carry. He's going to get about 2 to get things started. Second down and 8.
Interesting.
Yep. Hey, you never know what happens.
Hey.
You got a lot to deal with as a coach.
17 and 18-year-old kids.
Yep. So it's second down and 8. Ball in the far hash. Sharkey, Arredondo, and Wogelmuth split to the right side. Vasco at the top of the screen. Arredondo goes in motion. Here comes the sweep by Kowinski. Tries to get around the corner. Pushes the ball ahead. Nice job by Whaley.
So here's the first adjustment, Todd, is there were 5 Cougars with their hands in the dirt.
Yep.
Brand new, soft, artificial turf.
Dirt.
And Lowell missed Weaver on the block. So that play was blown up right away by number 23 for KV. They didn't option him. Kowinski was just running for his life.
Yep.
So there's your first adjustment, is instead of playing a 4-man line, they went to a 5-man line on that, and Lowell's going to have to adjust their blocking accordingly.
It's third down and 7 at the 24-yard line. Red Devils need to get to the 31. Opening drive here the second half. Wogelmuth sets up to the left side. Kowinski looks left, goes over the middle. He's got Sharkey at the 35. First down to close to the 45-yard line. Go-to man, Zach Sharkey with the catch. That's his 8th reception of the year, all the way to the 44-yard line. The second first down of the night for the Reds.
Even the first down call, Todd, sounded a little bit more enthusiastic.
We got to get him here next year. I mean,
Sharkey, great catch, just has to tuck that ball away. He had there was a little gap between his rib cage and the ball.
It sure was, but right up the gut. Great catch. Arredondo, they hand off to him on the jet sweep, tries to get around the outside, pulled down.
Face mask.
Well, face mask, or is that going to be a hold?
On Eichmann
with the tackle, and it's either going to be a face mask on Eichmann or a hold on Red Devils' Caden Thompson.
Hold. So Grayley Weaver right now, Todd, is flipping sides of the field depending strong and weak, and Lowell is not. The Lowell offensive tackle on either side is not putting a helmet on him. He was in the backfield that time again, and fortunately for Brody Klawinski, Brody had handed it off, or else he was going to take a big hit.
So a 10-yard walk-off back to the 34-yard line. First down now and 20.
Can't get behind the sticks, Todd.
So now Wogelmuth, tight end, moves to the right side. 3 receivers to the right side. Looking to that same play, incomplete. That was between two. That was either Sharkey or Arredondo. It was long for Sharkey and short for Arredondo. Coverage by Kunstra and Whaley that time for the Cougars.
But it's open. They were both open, just a step in front of Sharkey. So I think, and good protection, right, for a Lowell offensive line that doesn't do a ton of pass blocking. That's two great jobs early in this first half. But you got to pick up a big chunk of yards here to make this third down manageable.
It's 2nd and 20. Caden Thompson in the backfield. Wogelmuth sets up on the right side. Hands off to Thompson. Blown up by Weaver.
You got to block him. I mean,
you got to block him.
Every time he's been on the left side, so far this half, he's gone in untouched.
All the way back to the 26-yard line, so a loss of 8. So it's going to be 3rd down and 28.
Yeah, I mean, just Thompson had no shot at all. I mean, he might as well just be in a sprinter stance.
Well, I had him as a defensive tackle.
He's been playing inside,
right?
And that's the shift. So you can see now they've moved a 5-man line. They moved their linebackers up 2 defensive ends.
Yep.
So there goes Weaver to the other side.
He's going to the weak side this time.
But again, there you go. We had an illegal procedure penalty.
So back him up, or delay of game. I guess they ran out of time. So where that beautiful catch and pass got him a first down, they've gone nowhere but backwards. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 32.
Crazy.
At the 21-yard line. Mind you, they would have to get a first down. They'd get to the 46-yard line of Kankakee Valley.
Well, at least this time they recognize that Weaver is out there. But they didn't block him again. I don't understand what's going on.
Yep, there goes Kowinski. He's going to get some of it back to about the 33-yard line.
So Sanfrantello blocked the guy who was in front of him, which in this case, in a 5-man front, would be a what would you call it? Defensive tackle, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
But they're letting Weaver go free.
Got to the 33, a gain of 12. It's still a 4th and a country mile, so Whaley's back there along with Eichmann. Eichmann for the fair catch, mishandles it again. But he reels it in at the 38-yard line.
The 2024 Indiana Football Digest puts a bow on the 2023 campaign with recaps of all 6 state championship games. Among the 400 pages will be previews and photos of all the Indiana high schools and colleges playing football this coming fall, along with breaking down the top teams and players to watch in 2024. It also has special features and human interest stories. It is available online at www.indianafootballdigest.com.
So Whaley at the bottom of the screen, Eichmann at the top. Castro in the backfield, follows the Kustra block. There's Lincoln Schneider at about the 40-yard line. Gain of about 3 or 4. They'll spot it at the 41, so a gain of 3. 2nd down and 7 coming up.
Now here's what's KV going to do against this Lowell defense that has so far stymied their running game. Was that Castro?
That was Castro. I haven't given him 4 yards. 8:20 remaining here. First offensive possession for the Cougars here in the second half. There goes Kustra again. Bounces it out to the right side. There's Cam Crago trying to take the line of pursuit. Good job by Crago to stop him just picking up a single yard to the 42. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 5.
McNorton in the backfield that time got great penetration, forced that play wider than I think Kustra wanted to make it. So here you go. This is key. Lowell has to get off the field here. Even though they haven't done much offensively.
Got to get your defensive guys a break. They were out there a lot. They were out there 2x the time in that first half. They've been playing great, but, man, you got to give them a bit of a breather. 7 on the play clock. Here comes the pass. Here comes the backside pressure. Ball's on the turf. It's going to be Red Devil football. Hit by Lincoln Schneider, recovered by Matt Gangswitch. Red Devils with the break here early on in this 3rd frame.
Great pursuit by Schneider. Arroyo was stuck on the short side of the field. Schneider didn't go behind him, kept him in front of him, just pushed him down. Used some great speed right there for the great strip sack. Caden Thompson back in the football game.
Thompson back in, so give Lincoln Schneider the forced fumble, and Matt Gangswich gets the recovery. It's 1st and 10 for the Red Devils at the 32-yard line of the Cougars.
Just some symmetry there, Todd.
Love symmetry. There's the handoff. Caden Thompson now getting around the corner, trying to get there. Steps over Aiden Eichmann. Eichmann does a nice job taking his legs out from underneath him at about the 28-yard line. Gain of 4 on the play, 2nd down and 6.
So I know you do remember, but for the folks back home,
yes, please.
Lowell fumbled on their first possession of the first half.
There's the
symmetry. Love
symmetry. 2nd down and 6.
Great tackle there by Eichmann.
Aren't our digs really nice?
Oh, they're beautiful.
The light's just fantastic here. Hope you're enjoying this as much as we are bringing it to you. 2nd down and 6. There goes Kowinski. Kowinski with the head of steam. He's going to get it close to first down yardage. If they spot it at the 21, they're going to get it. They're moving the sticks. He's at the 21. It's 1st and 10 Lowell.
And you see what Lowell's trying to do now that KV's trying to bring their defensive ends every time. They're just going to go right through the A-gap, eliminate the advantage of the defensive ends coming upfield so much. Now you got a hole in the middle of the field. They're players short.
Up tempo. Here come the Red Devils again. Kowinski trying the B-gap off the left side. We're waiting for that whistle. Finally get it into the red zone. So technically this is the first time. Well, it's not the first time the Red Devils have been in the red zone.
Well, it's the first time they snapped the ball in the red zone.
Snapped the ball. Thank you. Thank you so much for catching me. 2nd down and call it. Ball rests at the 15.
So you got Joy and Weaver as the defensive ends in this 5-man line. And then you got Flores. We haven't talked about him. 5'8" on a good day as a defensive tackle. So they're running right at him. So that left side of the low line is should be stronger than the KV line.
That's Mason Brooker. He's awfully big. Now it's going to be Kowinski calling his own number again, going to the right side. Ooh, gets hammered hard. Coming up from his free cornerback spot, Jason Parker with the hit, along with Jaden Anderson. Gain was enough to the 11-yard line. He needed 3. He got 4. It's 1st and 10 Lowell. They could still pick up another first down as they're outside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, Weaver took himself out of the play that time, Todd. Hooked arms with Caden Thompson just by accident. Knocked him off balance. Allowed Kowinski to get around the corner.
We're going to talk about this one in a minute. There's the handoff. It goes to Thompson. Thompson bounces out the left side. He's looking for pay dirt, and he is in for the score. Caden Thompson with the touchdown scamper of 11 yards. His 5th TD of the season, and the Red Devils have their first lead of the night.
What did you want to talk about, Todd?
I wanted to talk about the mismatch of Mason Booker at 6'1", 200 pounds against George Flores, 5'8" on a good day, and 225. But they didn't go that route. Caden Thompson was headed that way, bounced it out when he saw there was nothing in the middle, found the end zone, touchdown Red Devils, the extra point attempt. This time, Goodall is in there for the snap. It is good. So with 5:31 remaining here in the third, the Red Devils go 32 yards in 5 plays, 2 minutes and 27 seconds. Caden Thompson, 11-yard touchdown run. Dylan Bisacci adds the extra point. Red Devils have their first lead of the night, 13-7.
In the market to buy or sell a home in Northwest Indiana, look no further than Scott Miller Realtor. Scott Miller is a 5-star rated broker with numerous awards and accolades, such as top 1% of all teams within Berkshire Hathaway nationally and the Pursuit Realty Group's top producing agent. Scott Miller, who was born and raised in Northwest Indiana, is a family man and philanthropist. If you want results, call Scott Miller at 219-263-3039 or visit his website at listandbuywithscottmiller.com. Hey, Todd, do you know what time it is?
It's Scott Miller time.
Hey, real fast, the scoreboard update brought to you by the 2024 Indiana Football Digest. Order your copy today at indianafootballdigest.com. Scott over in Highland.
Uh-oh.
Munster 20, Trojans 7.
The Munster Mustangs are the opponents of the Red Devils in Week 8.
Crown Point only has scored 42. LaPorte has only scored 0. Way out in the middle of the state. Marion 28, New Prairie 28, 3:48 left in the third. Penn, in probably their toughest game of the season, trailing Elkhart 7-3. That says the third, but that game's got to be close to over.
Yeah, they're an hour behind us.
Ahead of us.
Excuse me.
Tonight we have ice hockey scores. Notre Dame 5, USA under 18 team a deuce.
Wow.
We bring it all to you here.
What about that football game going out in Eugene, Oregon? We'll get to that.
I hadn't started yet. Wait a minute.
Versace puts a foot into it. It's going to go out of bounds again, so they'll start at the 35.
Did I say Crown Point? Crown Point's playing LaPorte.
Yes, you said that.
I said LaPorte, okay.
Yeah, you did.
Because, I just saw it. Maryville's beating Valpo.
Oh, okay.
Maryville 27-7 over Valpo. That score was at the half.
Okay. 1st and 10 for the Cougars. Ball will be spotted at the 35-yard line. I just slide my chair from side to side so you keep the post out of the way. I love it here. Never leaving.
You want me to bring you in a pillow?
13-7 is our score. 5:31 remaining here in the third. After the fumble by Arroyo, it's Castro. He could break through, and he goes. He's untouched. Here comes Cam Crago. Crago's going to pull him down inside the 10-yard line.
So that, unfortunately,
was the explosion that we were
that
talking
was what we
about.
were waiting for. And the adjustment Lowell made on that, 5 linebackers across the field, no deep safety. And once Castro got through the line, the linebackers couldn't bring him down, and he picked up a lot of yards.
15 plus, call it 41, so that's 56 yards on the rush by Castro. Wow.
And if you're KV, that's the answer that you wanted. Now you got to punch this ball into the end zone.
We've had some big plays here tonight. Arroyo takes the snap, gives it right back to Castro. Hazlitt pulls him down. He's not going anywhere when that big number 99 gets his hands on him.
Yeah, near 265 pounds hanging around your waist. He went backwards. So great penetration. That's only the second or third time I've seen Hazlitt get penetration.
Yep.
A couple times early in the game, he is picking up some double teams, which has helped the rest of the offensive line. But kind of strange, Todd. Right now, you got Thomas McNorton up as a defensive end. He's on the line of scrimmage. He weighs about 132 pounds.
You got the 5 up front. That's what you're talking. He's in a stand-up position, though, this time. He lost a 2 on that last play. Here's the pitch to Eichmann. Eichmann tries the sweep on the right side, looking for the end zone. He's going to get in. Ties the football game.
You get to call that a pass.
You do get to call that a pass?
That's a pass.
All right. So it was the little push pass to tie the football game at 13 with the extra point pending.
That is a 3-play answer, helped by the 56-yard run. So
and to attempt that extra point, all-important extra point, Tony Ruvalcaba, excuse me. I have him as 11 of 12 on the season, so he has missed one. The long snapper is Braden Swallow. There's the hold down. The kick is up, and it is good. So the Cougars have the 1-point lead with 4:13 to go here in the third.
In a world where cybersecurity is increasingly important, it's crucial to be equipped with the right tools to keep your digital assets and network environment safe. Look no further than Qubit Networks. Located at 103 Polk Street in LaPorte, Qubit Networks is focused on creating an atmosphere of selfless service to your technology needs. They take security seriously, and so should you. Visit them online at qubitnet.com or give them a call at 219-369-4357. Qubit Networks, moving and storing data fast and safe. So, Todd, here's a crazy stat for you.
Yes, let's hear it.
So we went 30 seconds in 23 minutes and 30 seconds roughly into the game before a touchdown was scored. We've now scored 4 touchdowns on the last 10 plays.
Love high school football and the parity and the symmetry. 3 plays, 65 yards, 1 minute and 19 seconds off the clock, an 11-yard pass from Arroyo, his second touchdown pass of the night, to Aiden Eichmann. Ruvalcaba comes in, adds the extra point. It's a 1-point lead for the Cougars. Why wouldn't it be?
It's craziness.
So the Red Devils TD. After a TD. Squib kick. It's going to gang switch. He's going to take it this time at the 26. Gets to the 35 and goes down there. So good field position to start.
So what excitement are you going to dial up for me now, Todd?
Whew.
I know you don't want me to get bored.
I do not. That's the last thing we need is a Tony McHale board.
So Caden Thompson off. I'm guessing Colton Scott in.
1st and 10 at the 36.
30. That's okay. I was just going to let you know it's not your fault. They changed it on you.
408. I guess they give him the extra yard.
So Colton Scott in the backfield, Todd.
And 3 receivers to the bottom of the screen. Scott moves to the left of Kowinski. Kowinski looking that way, going underneath. He's got his man. That's Cataldo. He can't come up with it. Caleb Cataldo has 1 reception on the season.
But this is what we talked about. Adjustment that Lowell has to make is you start throwing the ball. The linebackers have to back up. They're still rushing 5, but that means there's only 2 in the middle of the field. So it should be open for Lowell. That was a good ball. Cataldo just needs to bring it in.
Camp Crago and Max Arredondo at the bottom of the screen. Cataldo at the top. Wogelmuth moves to the left. There goes the quarterback, Kowinski. He's going to get maybe to the 38-yard line, so a gain of 2.
So Todd, if I was the coach, if I was the coaching staff, excuse me, man, I'd figure out what it takes to get Weaver to go to the left side of the defensive formation, so the right side of the Lowell formation, so you can run at the left side of your offensive line and Jorge Flores.
Yep.
You got to take advantage of that. I think you got to run to the left side, but see, they got Weaver at whatever. Weaver's going to the weak side.
3 on the play clock. Kowinski, here comes the pressure from the backside, goes underneath to Sharnke. Sharnke gets to the 45-yard line. He's going to be a yard shy of the first down. So now
Coach
it's time
Gilmer's
for
going
Coach
to go
Gilmer.
for it.
He's going to go for it.
That's not even a thing.
4th and 1 at the 45.
That wasn't even a thought, Todd.
Heck no. Especially after last week's discussion at the end of the game where he said 4th and 2 at the 13. He knows he's got to get 1 yard.
Yeah,
now you got how many helmets at the line?
Yeah, but you just where you find Flores and you run at Flores.
Yep.
Put whoever your guard is on that side right now. That you're going left.
Big Mason Brooker.
Even the linebacker's not over that hole. You got to go left.
They go right, and it's going to be Colton Scott. I think
first
he got
down.
it.
This guy had the
guy's
side judge has it right here on this side.
Yep. First down to on the carry. He needed a yard. He got a yard and a half. It's 1st and 10 Lowell at the 46-yard line.
But, yeah, I mean, you got to find Jorge Flores, who's kind of the right defensive tackle right now. He's on the right side of the ball, number 54.
He's a little bowling ball.
And you got to – so now you got Weaver to the left of formation. Go left, young man.
Sharnke is the tight end to the right side. They're going to go with Kowinski. Kowinski's going to bust through, sheds a couple of tacklers, breaks free to the 40. Pulled down at the 30-yard line, a touchdown-saving tackle by Aiden Eichmann. But a great run by Brody Kowinski. First down, Red Devils.
Yeah. Eichmann gets credit for the tackle, Todd, but he also got a 20-yard ride from Kowinski. And I think it just I'll stop now. But you got to anything. No, but seriously, anything to the left side of the football. I mean, I appreciate that young man's out here trying. But if you can get Weaver to the left side and run to the left side of your offensive formation.
2 tight ends set, full house backfield for the Red Devils. Set the line. Kowinski again bounces it out the left side. He's at the 20, 15. Once again, coming up is the outside linebacker, Jaden Anderson.
All right, just run away from Weaver.
Because that's what he's...
Right, I mean, just then if you're just... Because I can't figure out. It looks like he's going to the... Well, I guess there's no really tight end, but he's going to the weak side of the formation as far as the...
They're setting up with 2 tight ends.
The receivers... Right, but so he's going. The receivers come. He goes opposite of the receivers.
Yeah.
Well, now there's no wide receivers.
So 17 yards on that last run. Hey, let's do it again. Kowinski, the right side, pushes ahead, sheds a couple attackers, puts a shoulder down, gets to the 5-yard line. Gain of 8 on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 2 at the 5. 8th play of the drive coming up. 1:07 remaining here in the 3rd. Wow. So punt, whatever through the 23 and a half minutes, and then boom, 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 boom. Under a minute to go.
I mean, and the tackling for KV has gotten, for a defense that didn't play much in the first half, their tackling is very poor right now.
Weaver's now on that right side. Whoa, bit of a high snap, fumbled. It's on the carpet. Oh, I think the Red Devils came up with it.
No, I think KV got a tie.
No, I think Castro was there.
Oh, yep. The referee winds the clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, that snap was high, and it was blown up from the start.
So the Red Devils keep possession. They lose a yard. It's going to be 3rd down and 3 at the 6. Coach Kilmer's, is he going to run a play? We've still got 19 seconds and
I'm not
22 on
guessing
the
anymore.
play clock. Well, I'm not either. They set the line with 18 on the play clock. Under 10 to go. Kowinski takes a snap, goes to the right side, looks for the end zone. Touchdown, Red Devils.
Wow.
Bang.
Who predicted that this, after the first 23 and a half minutes, that this would be, Todd, look at the time on the clock.
3.5 seconds, Tony.
That's crazy.
There were 3.8 when
Then-
the kickoff occurred.
then 3.4.
And then it got to 3.4. I'm not saying a word, but it's a 6-yard touchdown run by number 9. And, Brody Kowinski was getting to talking to right before this half started.
Yes, he was.
By Coach Kilmer. So now they're going to go for 2. Kowinski. Hey, guess what? They're looking to that right side.
Didn't get it.
They're not going to get it. Oh, I got to drop a point off of that. That's right. Wait. I'm sorry. I'm messing up, ladies and gentlemen.
19 to 14.
14. I put the score on the wrong side. Crazy me. 3.5 seconds to go. So that was a 9-play, 64-yard drive. 4 minutes and 5 seconds off the clock for the Red Devils. Brody Kowinski with the 6-yard touchdown run on 3rd and 3. And they go for 2. They miss it. So it's 19 to 14.
At Langen Realty, we believe that everyone is family, from our dedicated team to our valued clients. You're always at home with us. As proud Red Devil alumni and former athletes, we're not just part of the community, we're rooted in it. We're committed to guiding our neighbors through every real estate transaction with ease, and with the ease and care that only family can provide. Langen Realty, where your journey becomes our journey, and together we find your perfect place to call home.
6-yard run. Nope.
This feels like a full media timeout, Todd. I'm not sure what's going on.
How many did I say that was? That was 9 plays, 64 yards. Wow. 4 minutes and 8 seconds. 4 minutes and 5 seconds off the clock.
Yes, it was. 1 incompletion, 1 completion, and 7 runs.
Somebody wants this 3rd victory real bad.
And maybe whoever has the ball last.
It could be. And the Red Devils are going to have to flip the field. That's why they ran that play, because they're now look at the wind. There's the tops of the
blown
goalposts
straight down the
going
flagpole
straight
right
down.
now.
So, the wind has died down where it was coming out of the north. So maybe it won't play a factor in the 4th frame. Bisacci has it teed up at the 40-yard line. Eichmann and Kustra back deep, set to return. 3.5 seconds, as Tony noted. Waiting for the officials to give the
Wow, that was
little bit
disjointed.
of a hesitation. Eichmann gets that at the 7. Ooh, big hit. Tim James still hasn't heard the whistle. Good job by Eichmann to keep that one going.
No.
Lincoln Schneider, a battle of 21s there. I don't know. I think it might have been a little out.
They're lucky they didn't get a penalty on that.
Lucky they didn't. So we'll take a timeout here as we've come to the end of the 3rd frame. Wow, 19 to 14. Lowell over KV. Back right after these messages.
Engravables, located at 2005 Calumet Avenue in Valparaiso, between Vale Park Road and Glendale, across from McDonald's, is your headquarters for awards, trophies, plaques, name badges, and rubber stamps. For more information, stop in or give them a call at 219-477-5656. Their web address is www.engravables.net. That's Engravables, 2005 Calumet Avenue in Valparaiso.
Mi Ranchito, located at 149 West Commercial in Lowell, is open every day from 11 to 10 for lunch and dinner. They offer their customers a complete menu featuring seafood chimichanga, steak fajitas, tacos, and burritos. Their phone number is 219-696-2270. Regional Radio Sports thanks Mi Ranchito Restaurant in Lowell, a proud supporter of Lowell Athletics, for help making the broadcast of this game possible.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Start of the fourth frame. We got an exciting one. Red Devils up 19-14 over Kankakee Valley. KV has the ball. They are moving from the north to the south with the final 12 minutes on the board. Diego Arroyo. Hands off to Castro. Castro around the left side, James there to make sure he goes down.
You can just see there's a little bit more running room for Castro every play, Todd.
Yeah.
They're trying to get him outside a little bit more.
Sharnke was slow to get up on that one.
And there was a great third quarter for Lowell, but you got to wonder how much that first half with so many plays on the field, 37 plays, how that's going to affect them as this game goes on.
So it's 2nd down and 5 at the 37-yard line. There goes Castro to the counter to the right side. He gets to the second level and got a first down. Tim James, the free safety with the tackle.
Yeah, he's no longer going down at that first level.
No, he's not.
He's getting through that defensive line, whether the defensive line is tired or the offensive line found some extra energy in halftime. He's not getting stood up at the line and swarm tackled. It's the linebackers now. Tim James that time, really still more of a safety, I guess. The Lowell defensive line has to find something here, get some penetration.
Got to dig down a little deep. There, guess what? There's another dose of 22, and there's Aiden Wogelmuth coming up. Good to see him back. Number 37, his presence was missed last week for sure. That's a tackle for loss all the way back to the 36-yard line.
But you can see the energy, Todd, that they didn't have last week in the second half. But Hanover Central, geez, a whiz. KV now bringing more blockers in, so the offensive line's doing more. But they're lining up 2 H-backs, and they're just going to say, "Hey, this is who we are. This is what we're going to do. We're going to give the ball to 22. Can you stop us?" So this time they're going to send 2 left, 2 right.
Bob Ragg, the offensive coordinator for KV, sends the play in, 10-15 and counting. Arroyo rolls to his right. Here comes the pressure. McNorton underneath. There's the catch. Great catch by Weaver. Almost first down territory. Went up on the top rung of that ladder. They're going to give him the first down. Right at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, that was a great catch. Great coverage by Lowell. Great pressure by Lowell at Arroyo. But a beautiful throw by Arroyo, and that time Weaver came down with it.
Sure did. 1st and 10 at the 50. 5th play of the drive coming up. Under 10 minutes to go. 5-point lead for the Red Devils.
So now you're at the 54th quarter. You got to assume everything's 4-down territory.
Let's see how that line responds. You got a tight formation.
Oop.
And Lenardi, I think, on his – nope, that's Brooker. Brooker's going both ways, so it's going to give him the 5 yards. It's going to be 1st and 5 at the 45 of Lowell.
So, Todd, Austin Parks, number 12, 5'10", 165-pound senior for KV in the game for the first time. So look for him. He's a burner. He's got Aaron Dondo on him to the near sideline.
And Aaron Dondo's been playing both ways all night, including kickoff returns. Arroyo, busted play again. No place to go. Brooker's right there.
Do you think that was busted, or do you think he meant to do that? Do you think
I think he was going left and then decided to come back and then thought, I shouldn't have done that.
But he meant to keep the ball, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think because he was flowing left, there were 3 guys around him to set up for blocks.
Yeah, it was an oddly drawn play. And Great job by the Lowell defensive line that time. So second down, they made up part of that penalty.
Second down and 8. Arroyo, guess what? 22. And Gang switches there, along with Wogelmuth.
Wogelmuth having just a heck of a football game right now, Todd.
He's going to lose another yard or two back to the 49. So it's going to be 3rd down and 9.
I mean, they've just the Lowell coaches have just sent Wogelmuth free and said, you have no responsibility except 22. Weaver going off, Todd, with a little hitch in his giddy up.
Yeah. So, and
you know, they talk all the time about you shadow a quarterback who can run.
Yep.
Wogelmuth is shadowing 22 Castro and just trying to bring him down every single time.
They break the huddle with 8 on the play clock. Mishandled snap. Arroyo. Here comes the pressure. Is he going to get it away? He does to Eichmann. Close to a first down.
Wow,
but
great play.
Job by Diego Arroyo to make something out of nothing.
Yeah, that ball, just a bad snap. He went back, picked it up, scrambled to the sideline, but kept his eyes downfield. That's the senior leadership that you need right there in a tight football game.
Gets him to 4th and 3, much more manageable than 4th and long. That would have been, with that mishandled snap, it would have been a loss of yards. But now it's 4th and 3.
2 for 4 so far tonight, Todd.
And the Red Devils hold. Arroyo. Hands to Castro. Castro, not with that first push, not with the second one either. The Red Devils hold. And the ball goes over on downs with 7:23 remaining here in the football game.
Where can you get good neighbor service and surprisingly great insurance rates? At State Farm, because State Farm agent Aaron Shirkey is your one-stop shop with offices in Lowell and Cedar Lake for the services you deserve at the price you want. So stop looking around. State Farm agent Aaron Shirkey is ready to help. Call 219-690-1100 for your surprisingly great rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
So Lowell, with the big defensive stand, take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line. Aiden Wogelmuth, now the H-back. Hey, guess what? Colton Scott tries the left corner again, runs out of real estate that time, ran out of bounds by Jason Parker.
So, Todd, here's the interesting stat for me so far.
Yeah.
3rd down conversions for KV.
Yep.
0 for 9.
Wow.
I'll double-check that, but 0 for 9.
Flag. False start on the offense, so that's going to back them up 5 and negate the 5-yard run.
They're getting a little sloppy here, Todd.
Yeah. So it's still going to be 1st down, but 1st and 15, and that'll be at the 38 as opposed to at the 48.
So they overcame. No, they didn't. Never mind.
It's fine. They overcame. They shall overcome. 1st down and 15. Ball rests at the 38-yard line of the Red Devils. In the backfield with Brody Kowinski is Colton Scott. Sends Scott to the right. Kowinski pulls it down, does a little dance, gets through close to midfield. With the, he's just kind of like slowly weaving his way through, Tony.
Yeah, just making his way through that rush hour traffic.
And gets to much more manageable 2nd down and 4. Excuse me, 2nd down and 3 at the 50.
I'm really surprised by how well KV tackled in the first half and how they stopped everything up and how poorly they're tackling in the second half. This defense should have been rested coming out of halftime.
So Kowinski in the gun. Takes the snap, hands off to Colton Scott. Scott bursts through, gets to the 2nd level, and picks up a 1st down at the 43-yard line.
Little things, Todd. Did you see how fast Scott was going when he got that handoff?
Yes.
He was at full speed. I was worried that he wasn't going to bring the ball with him. His first step on that play was so fast, and he hit that hole at full stride. I mean, just an amazing play right there and a great hole by the offensive line. Lowell driving. Todd, there's only 6 minutes and 15 seconds left in this football game.
RDP, run, don't pass. And now they spread the field. 2 receivers left. Arredondo comes in motion. They fake the handoff to Arredondo, and they give it to Colton Scott. Colton Scott puts the shoulder down. Ahead for 8 to the 35-yard line. 2nd down and 2. 5th play of the drive. Most important thing, the clock is churning away.
Caden Thomason back in the game, Todd. Yeah, I mean, you're every 3 plays, you're killing 2 minutes.
Yeah. Sharnke goes to the top of the screen. Vasco and Arredondo at the bottom. Wogelmuth at the right side. They fake the handoff. Now it's Caden Thompson. Fresh set of legs. He gets a first down inside the 30-yard line. Tackled that time by Jason Parker.
Wow, this is an energy, Todd, that we didn't see last week. This was what was missing. Lowell has come out in this second half, the second half in the last 3.4 seconds of the first half, and put their imprint on this football game. They are dominating this game right now on both sides of the football.
Sure are. That was a 7-yard pickup for Thompson.
I mean, save for Castro's 56-yard run, KV has done nothing this half.
And we are under 5 minutes to go. There's Kowinski, calls his own number. Tries the right side. A host of Cougars. There's a pack of Cougars?
Pride of
Cougars.
I can't. Hold on.
Lions.
One moment, please.
Yeah, we got to figure that one out. We should have figured that out before. Second down, and the ball rests at the 25, so it's going to be second down and 8. 7th play of the drive coming up. But, again, just winding time away.
I got multiple answers, Todd. I got a clan, a pride, or a range.
Okay, a range. A range of Cougars. I like that. Offensive line set. Wogelmuth goes in motion. Sets up left side. Hand off to Thompson. Thompson tries the left side. Cuts it back. Big number 85 was there. That's Brady Sampson turning him in, and a flag flies. So that'll stop the clock with 4:01 remaining.
It's a weird place for a hold.
It is.
In a scrum. Nope. But Lowell can do it. I don't know. Do you decline this? Third down and 8?
I think you take the yards.
Take it?
Yeah. Push them back. Well, that gives them another. That's going to wipe another 20 to 25 seconds off the clock, right? Because you get another play.
Will they wind it? Yeah.
No.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah.
They're going to get an additional play.
Yeah, so he winds it. He wind the clock.
Wow.
Wound the clock.
So
Sister Agnelia would not be happy with me tonight.
She would be very disappointed, but that's okay. So now everybody tight to the near side. Coach Kilmer likes it that way.
Yeah, you're going to kill an extra 40 seconds now.
Yep. And another flag. So it's going to be second. It was second and. But they'll put it back.
Well, they got to get to the 17, right?
Yeah. So at the 40.
23 yards.
Second and 23.
So they were playing so well, and now they've just gotten sloppy. But there's 3:40 on the clock. You're going to run 80 seconds off of these next 2 plays. So you get it close to under 2 minutes.
But you're going to have to ask an awful lot of your defense. Kowinski, right up the gut. Straight up the gut. Still on his feet. He's going to go. Brody Kowinski with the touchdown. 40 yards and a cloud of dust.
Just the pride, clan, or family of Cougars with a K had sold out. They had Caden Thompson on the sweep to the right. They had left the middle wide open. Brody Kowinski broke contain on that the front 4, and there was nobody there to stop him.
Wow, they spread that one out. The Red Devils' offensive lineup just had everybody spread wide. And Kowinski just on the quarterback keeper, right up the gut off the A gap.
You're going to have to ask a little bit less of your defense right now, Todd.
Whew. So 04.
What are we doing? 2 again?
I think we're going to go 2 again.
Yeah, 12 doesn't make a difference, right? So 14 does. They take a timeout.
Take a time. Oh, I didn't put the timeouts back.
Did you miss the start of fall semester at Ivy Tech Community College Lake County? You can still enroll in classes that begin in October. Our next set of 8-week classes start October 21st. This means you have time this year to earn credits towards your degree or certificate. Whether you're fresh out of high school or a working adult, Ivy Tech has flexible programs that fit your schedule and budget. Visit ivytech.edu to enroll or apply. Call 219-392-3600 or visit any of our locations in Crown Point, East Chicago, or Gary. Let Ivy Tech be your first step to success.
7 plays, 57 yards, 4 minutes and 4 seconds off the clock. Brody Kowinski with a 40-yard touchdown run. Wow. And, so I'll get the rest of that here in a second. I need to let you go. The good folks at Calbro Farms has seasonal produce, items like sweet corn, watermelon, and cantaloupe. Their complete produce market is located at 17011 Waker Avenue in Lowell and 1308 North Halleck Street in DeMont. They're open from 9 to 6 on Monday through Friday and 9 to 5 on Saturdays. And for more information, check out their Facebook listing at Calbro Farms. Ooh. So 2-point try for the Red Devils. Kowinski goes back of the end zone. It's good. Zach Sharkey is there for the 2. And that takes it to a 13-point lead.
No, 14. Oh, 13. Oh, it's 25. You're right. Sorry, my bad. Math.
So, 7 plays, 57 yards, 4 minutes and 4 seconds off the clock. 40-yard touchdown run by Brody Kowinski. That's his second touchdown in the last, 8 minutes, 9 minutes. No pass, 2-point conversion. Number 9 to number 30, and it's 27 to 14.
Hey, Red Devil fans, the big game is tonight, but before you cheer on Lowell High, why not fuel up at George's? Just across the street from the school, George's is the perfect spot to grab a delicious family meal before heading to the stadium. Whether you're craving a juicy burger, fresh salads, or something sweet, George's has you covered. So come on over, bring your friends and family. Let's kick off game night with great food and even better company. Remember, supporting George's is supporting your local community. See you there.
Tony, if this stands, this will be the first victory at the newly configured Inferno for the Red Devils, and it's going to come at the third and final game of the regular season here that they get to play.
It's so sweet. Caroline, Todd,
is playing. Dylan Bisacci tees the ball up at the
crowds are fired up.
Oh, and they might get that can back, too. So Eichmann and Kuster are back deep, both standing at the 10-yard line. Bisacci approaches the ball. He's got a weird stutter step that I haven't seen. Kuster's going to take it at about the 12. On the right side of the 20. Gets to about the 25 and spins out. Eichmann and the other 21, that's Lincoln Schneider, have been hammering home one another.
There's been some hard hits in this football game, Todd, no doubt. This is the best energy I've seen from wow, referee just fired the ball at the ball boy. This is the best energy I've seen from a Lowell team all year, even better than Highland when they had a relatively easy time of it.
Yep, I would concur. I mean, it's been a complete game. The defense held up in the first half. They were doubled up on plays. The offense was out there 37 plays to 15 KV to Lowell. So that defense had to do a lot.
So now you're backing off. You got Craigo and James back more in a true safety position, expecting the ball to be thrown.
Diego Arroyo hits Castro. Castro in the flank at the 35. Great tackle that time by Aaron Dondo.
Yeah, you'll let that go, Todd.
Yeah.
Short gains, keep the ball inbounds. Great job by the Lowell secondary that time.
To the 36, so a gain of 8. It's second down and 2. Arroyo surveys the situation, and there's going to be a face mask. Hazlitt's going to get called for a face mask.
The worst part, though, is it just stops the clock.
Yep. 2:44 remaining. Hi there. Did you know that PMI NWI is the highest rated property management company in Northwest Indiana? Whether you own one property or multiple, we're here to make your life easier. No contracts required. Let Property Management Incorporated handle the headaches while you enjoy your investment. Visit us at PMINWI.com or call us at 219-318-1244 and let's see how we can help you get the most out of your properties. Oh, and don't forget to check out our Google reviews.
Hey, Todd, that was only the 5-yard version of the penalty, but still gave KV a first down. 1st and 10 on the 41, 2:40, and the clock moving.
So 1st and 10 at the 4. Thank you for that. Arroyo rolls to his left, sets up, plenty of time, goes underneath, has his receiver incomplete. That was Eichmann. He couldn't come up with it. Great coverage that time by Cam Craigo.
I'll tell you what, Arroyo has not gotten a ton of help from his receivers tonight. That's the 4th or 5th drop ball.
Yeah, a couple of them were off of Weaver. Eichmann's missed a couple as well. So Arroyo coming into tonight was 50%, 46 of 91.
Would you like to know what he is tonight?
Yes.
He's 8 for 16 for 91 yards and 2 touchdowns.
So he's spot on. 2:26 on the clock. Now Arroyo rolls left. Here comes the pressure. He's going to go down. That's a coverage sack that time. McNorton was there. Also big number 71, Steve Lenardi. Hazlitt also got in on the fun. Timeout called by KV. There first.
Looking to lead with purpose? Rooted Influence by Ryan Lutz is the game changer you've been waiting for. Dive into the gripping story of a football coach determined to prove his doubters wrong and a former quarterback struggling to reclaim his life. Together they discover the true essence of leadership. Rooted Influence, a journey of resilience, redemption, and finding the root of lasting leadership. Whether you're on the field or off, this book will inspire you to lead with impact. Get your copy today. Available on Amazon or go to RyanSpencerLutz.com for more information.
Mayor Pete Land and the Crown Point Pace Department are proud to support Crown Point Athletics and say, go Bulldogs. Crown Point remains dedicated to preserving history, celebrating everyday life, and providing the best in city services and encouraging smart growth. Everyone's invited to join the German-inspired fair and polka tunes at Oktoberfest from noon to 10 p.m. tomorrow at Bulldog Park. And there will be hay rides and contests and more. Hey, and then don't forget, everyone's invited to trick or treat around the downtown square during the Pumpkin Walk from 11 to 1 on October 26th. Costumes are encouraged, Tony.
I don't think I had Tom McNorton on my bingo card to start the season, Todd. That's Tom. But that young man, 6'3", 195 pounds and a junior, is having a season.
So is it second or third?
Third down.
And 13.
Nope.
And a flag.
Illegal procedure. McNorton plays with just great enthusiasm. He was in on that last tackle. He just jumped up. I mean, he's not a big kid, right?
Nope.
They say 195 pounds. I think they're lying by a bucket of chicken or two. And, I mean, he's on that offensive line right now making a difference.
So it's now third down and call it 18 back at the 33-yard line. Arroyo shakes out of the pocket, finds Kustra, gets to the 43 before he's run out of bounds, so he picks up about 10.
Most importantly, stops the clock.
Does stop the clock. That's going to bring up a
fourth down.
And call it, let's call it 8.
Okay.
So 2:02 on the clock. Fourth down here. KV has 2 timeouts remaining, as do the Red Devils. This is all important to keep the drive alive. They go underneath to Kustra. Kustra tries to shed the tackler. Not going to get the yardage needed. Great coverage that time by Aiden Wogelmuth. Wogelmuth with the tackle at the 46. The ball's going to go over on downs. And that might just secure the first win here for the Red Devils at home this season.
So that's got to be the stat of the game, Todd. KV 0 for 10 on third down.
Wow.
I mean, that's shocking. With Castro, with Arroyo's ability to throw the ball.
But how many fourth
2
downs?
for 6.
2 for 6. So okay, so they converted there. First and 10 at the 46-yard line. Inside handoff. Caden Thompson dances around. He gets a first down to the 35. Gain of 11 on the play. We'll take it. First and 10, Red Devils.
You're getting pretty close to where you can just kneel on it here. I don't think Coach Kennedy is going to be calling timeouts.
Nope. 135, probably 2 more plays.
And your milk can, Todd, is coming back to the Inferno.
North of the river.
Where it belongs.
It'll be 26 out of 3. Kowinski with 7 on the play clock. Sets the offense, takes the snap, turns, gives back to Thompson. Thompson drives ahead, crosses the 35 to about the 34.
And that 110.
First and 10 for the Red Devils. I thought he got it the last play. See, what do I know?
I thought they got 11 yards on the last play.
I thought they did too.
Okay. So
under a minute to go. This will be the last snap of this week 7 for us here at the Inferno. We go on the road the next 2 weeks to wrap up the regular season. See if the Red Devils can get above 500. They're 1 game closer to getting to that even mark. 5 on the play clock. Kowinski takes the knee. Won't have to run another play. Oh, my. Well, for an exciting game that had no scoring for 98% of the first half, the last 30 seconds of the first half and the third frame were very, very exciting.
Oh, I'm going to do math for you, Todd. I'll have it in just a second.
1. Red Devils win 27-14. There's no time left on the clock. It's a final. We'll take a timeout, wrap things up here, and get ready for Week 5 right after these messages.
State Farm Insurance asks, if you're feeling stuck in a state of compensation stagnation, another year with no raise, then let State Farm help you get to a better state with a discount double check that can stretch your hard-earned dollars a little farther. They'll go through your car insurance to make sure you're getting all the discounts you deserve. Discounts could add up to 40% and put a few $100 extra in your pocket. Discounts may vary state to state. Danny DeTola, 2449 45th Street, Highland, 963-4444. Andrea Harbin, 6504 U.S. Highway 6 Portage, 762-5514. And Rob Rodakis, 835 Lincoln Way Avenue, Valparaiso, 476-7444.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
We build Indiana. The Laborers International Union of North America are men and women building roads and bridges to get Hoosiers where they're going today and a new energy infrastructure that will keep Indiana competitive tomorrow. LIUNA's over 12,000 statewide members also grow local economies, earning good union wages, shopping where they live and work, and paying taxes. We build Indiana for good jobs and stronger communities. The Laborers International Union of North America. We are LIUNA.
Get a great deal on making the most of every property with Kubota commercial landscape equipment. From mowers to track loaders to utility vehicles, it's a lineup built to uphold your reputation. Right now, bring home the Kubota Z700 mower for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months. Now through September 30th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for more details.
Hey, I want to thank the post-game show here. Thanks to the good folks, Mayor Pete Land and the Crown Point Pace Department. They are proud to support Crown Point Athletics and say, go Bulldogs. Crown Point remains dedicated to preserving history, celebrating everyday life, and providing the best in city services, and they encourage smart growth. Also, Mayor Land and the Crown Point Police Department invite everyone to Legacy Field at Center Ross Park for Trunk or Treat with the city's public safety department. Wear your costumes and join them from 1 to 3 on October 27th. And we also have to say, I need to get this in here as well. Lowell's Women's Club presents Barktoberfest. They're having pet blessings, canine demonstrations, raffle prizes, pet costume contests, tests, vendors for friends and their humans. That's tomorrow, the 5th. The rain date is the 6th. That's at Bark at the Park at Freedom Park, 105 Klein Avenue in Lowell. And those people that are interested, it's from 9:30 in the morning tomorrow till 2:30 in the afternoon. Give them a look there over at Freedom Park, Barktoberfest. Wow, Tone, we got a win here at the Inferno.
Well, I mean, what a difference a week makes. I mean, last Friday, this place was quiet as a Halloween graveyard, and now the fans are hanging out. The fans are happy. The
coach is happy.
Coach is happy. Everybody's gathered at the 30-yard line. They were running around. They got the milk can back, took it down to the student section. It is going to be a much, much better weekend here in Lowell than it was last weekend.
Certainly is. Let's take our final time out. We'll come back. We'll wrap up with some numbers and get set for our annual visit to the Munster Donuts and the Munster Mustangs next week, where the Red Devils could pull to 500.
Interesting.
We'll see what happens. We'll take our final time out and be back right after these messages here on the Regional Radio Sports Network, JED TV, and on Facebook Live and RSN.com.
Is anybody going to the game Friday night?
If you're having a bad day because of bad coverage, call Premier Group, or we'll block you from disaster.
Blue 42! Premier Group! Premier Group! Hut! Hut!
The Premier Insurance Group, Auto, Home, Business, Life. Jim Langen, owner, 829 East Commercial Avenue in Lowell, Indiana. Call them at 219-695-3031 or email them at jlangen@premiergrpins.com.
Introducing Powers Health, a health system with a new name and a strong legacy of caring for families in our community. One with a tradition of advanced specialized services and a vision for the future. One with a commitment to medical excellence and compassionate care. Everything we do, everything we believe, powers health.
There you have it. The final once again. Lowell 27, Kankakee Valley 14. It started off slow, with 3.8 seconds on the clock. Kankakee Valley scored after 2 plays, 48-yard drive in 23 seconds. It was a 39-yard touchdown pass from Diego Arroyo to Grayley Weaver. They added the extra point. It was 7-0. The ensuing kickoff went into the end zone. It was down by Gavin Gutierrez, who came off the field, then was dispatched back onto the field as the quarterback because Brody Kowinski was not at the head of the huddle. He handed the ball off to Colton Scott right up the sideline in front of the Red Devils and hit pay dirt with zeros on the board. They missed the extra point because Malachi Goodall was so busy celebrating, he forgot he had to long snap it. There was a bad snap back to the holder. Didn't get the ball on the turf, and so we went in at 7-6. Lowell came out, scored a touchdown, an 11-yard touchdown run by Caden Thompson. KV came right back and took 3 plays, 65 yards. It was the second touchdown pass of the night for Arroyo. This one to Eichmann of 11 yards, kind of a bit of a push. But then the Red Devils ended it in the third with a 64-play drive, a 6-yard touchdown run by Brody Kowinski, and then he capped off the night to seal it for the Red Devils with a 40-yard touchdown run with 3:19 remaining in the fourth. 27-14 is the final. What do you think there, my friends? Let's do some players of the game.
So let me give you a number first, Todd.
All right.
So we talked about at halftime that take away Colton Scott's rush for 80 yards.
Yep.
Lowell had 31 rushing yards for the game for the first half.
31 yards, right.
Second half total 185.
Wow.
Give or take about 120 yards from Brody Klawinski, 296 yards total on 37 carries. That, my friend, is some RDP football.
Wow, that is phenomenal.
I think for the momentum change that it was, you got to give on senior night, Colton Scott, the player of the game for Lowell. He ended up with 9 carries, 117 yards, and the 80-yard touchdown gallop that changed this football game.
Certainly did.
On the other side, it's a tough contest, and it's hard when you lose. But Mr. Arroyo was 10 for 18, 105 yards with the 2 touchdowns. He also ran 6 times for 12 yards. So I think that was a really good football team.
Yep.
A great game. Now you got to take this momentum into Munster. Munster looks like they won tonight, so that's their second win.
Second win.
You just got to play to your level, right? You set the bar to where you want to be, and you have to achieve that goal.
I think what we saw tonight was resilience by the defense in the first half to negate KV and, till that last pass, till the touchdown pass with 3 seconds to go, the Red Devils had dodged quite a few bullets. They didn't let that get them down. They came out, Colton Scott, player of the game, converts, and then the second half, it was a masterclass by, I think, Coach Kilmer, to be honest, where he told his guys what they needed to do. They got it done, and you showed what you said. You got to learn how to win, right? You're Lou Holtz.
Right.
You don't know what you don't know. Well, now you start to know what it takes to win games like this.
Right, and there's every chance you lose this football team after the second half last week.
Completely.
And from the kickoff, it was evident that this team was here to play football tonight. And you can't say enough about what the coaching staff did, but what the team leaders did, and what a bunch of 17 and 18-year-olds did tonight.
So very impressive. So I want to give our special thanks to the good folks here at Lowell High School, Athletic Director Patty McCormick, Assistant AD Michael Magley, who always takes care of us, Athletic Secretary Karen Mize, and Head Coach Keith Kilmer. From Kankakee Valley, love Coach Kirk Kennedy. Our guy next door, Vince Gray, the voice of the Cougars for Regional Radio Sports Network, for helping us out in the entire Cougar Athletic Department. Tanya Connery and Fred Maxey back at RSN, the Nerve Center, back on Yeardley, collecting, compiling, and collaborating on all the night's scores. And lastly, Chairman of the Board and birthday boy.
Happy birthday.
Closer. Happy birthday, Paul Condry, and our CEO, Mike Knezovich. Week 8, the penultimate game of the regular season, will have the Red Devils traveling north to face the 5A Munster Mustangs at Mustang Field. The Cougars head back to the friendly confines of Fred Jones Field to host the Trojans of Highland High School in another NCC tilt. Lowell picks up win number 1 on the new turf here at the Inferno, number 3 in Week 7, and pulls just one game below 500 with a 3-4 record, and get win number 2 in the Northwest Crossroads. Move to 2-2. Bring the milk can back north of the river after a 1-year hiatus, while Kankakee Valley loses their 5th straight game, have not won a game since August 30th, dropped 2-5 overall, and winless at 0-4 in the NCC. Tonight's broadcast of Lowell Red Devil football and the Northwest Crossroads Conference football action on JED TV, RSN.com video, Facebook Live, and the Regional Radio Sports Network have been presented by Laborers District Council and the affiliated local unions. We are LIUNA. State Farm Insurance, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Ivy Tech Lake County with locations in Crown Point, East Chicago, and Gary. U.S. Marines, Engravables in Valparaiso. Horizon Bank with 8 branches in Porter and LaPorte counties. McCullough Implement Company on West 181st Street, or 181st Avenue in Lowell. State Farm agent Aaron Shirkey with offices in Lowell and Cedar Lake. Mi Ranchito Restaurant located on West Commercial Avenue in Lowell. Langen Realty for all your realty service needs. George's across from Lowell High School, open 7 days a week. Donald J. Smith, CPA, the sharpest pencil in town. Cowboy Farms, a nursery and garden located on North Halleck Street in DeMont. Cubit Networks, your technology advocate. Powers Health. Premier Insurance Group, a Lowell company by Lowell people. Property Management Incorporated, Northwest Indiana. And the Indiana Football Digest 2024 edition. And Mayor Pete Land and the Crown Point Parks, Athletics, Communications, and Entertainment Department. For everyone at the Regional Radio Sports Network, RSN.com video, JED TV, for Tony McHale, for Ryan Matthews. This is Todd Kibbe saying goodnight, Gracie, from Lowell, Indiana. So long, everybody.